Welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I am the Liberal 12th Man. As you can see, I'm at my virtual Anfield. So we are going to get into this little bit of my. This is going to be my number 10. So because we watched got to watch Argentina play against Canada, and obviously Messi plays their number 10, obviously. But our number 10 happens to be Maka, who ended up getting the first assist in that game. And he was, I think, possibly one of the better, if not the best, one of the best players on the pitch for them during the game. And it was something to me that got me thinking, like, oh, he is an incredible player. But in our lifetimes, or in my lifetime of watching Liverpool, I certainly put in the description of how I tried to define this list. And what I meant is I started watching Liverpool, or started following Liverpool in the 90s. And it's been a long ride and a long road. But it has been certainly one full of ups and downs. And now, more ups than downs as of late. But in the beginning of the 90s, or it was not exactly the greatest of times to be a Liverpool fan, but still the same. I didn't really care. It's the team I supported, and it's the team I love, and it's the team that brought me to the television screen to watch. So 3 minutes now. I don't know what you mean by that, but Daryl, I sent it to your email, by the way, just so you know. I sent it to your email. But what it was to me was just that. It was the 90s, where was also the premiere of the Premier League, and what I started to think is like, okay, well then it'd be interesting to come up with your actual an actual listing of who wore it best, because we did one of these other shows before where we picked an 11, and I was thinking to myself, who's really been our best number 10? Who's worn the 10 the best for us in the Premier League era? So this list is just on their performances and their relevance during the Premier League era. It isn't like it isn't a depiction of their play before the league, because this is from the time that I started watching the Reds play. So that's why the list is what it is. So just so that you can get your mind wrapped around that, okay, just so you can understand that part, because I know that some people are going to hear the list and are not going to be happy. But all the same, it's why we have discussion and we have debate. That's why I have the Irishman here joining us today. Irishman, how are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Good. Back from had like a couple shows this week, and then I actually got to take in a show this week too. So I would say well rested. I'm not necessarily well rested from from all the being out in the heat and the sun, and because the one show I got to take was an outdoor festival. But I mean, but I'm here and I'm with my fellow Reds, which is always a fun place and good place to be. Let me double check too real quick. How was your weekend, by the way?
Oh, excuse me. Very good. Darrow. Yeah, I don't have his. I don't have it.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you did.
send it
You
again.
did send it to me actually. Yeah, it was pretty quiet. Pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
There was, unfortunately, I didn't get to go to any festivals, but you never know. You never know. Maybe next week. There is a big
Yeah,
festival here this week.
fortunately, you're not dealing with 40 degrees Celsius heat, so you know.
No, and you're right. I would not be dealing with 40 degrees heat. I would not deal with that. I would
Right?
I would relocate. I would relocate. I
I
would
bet
just be
you
yeah.
would.
I'd be
You
out of
would.
there, man. Yeah. We ain't built for that. Us Irishmen ain't built for that. So just
yeah,
so
so
what you're doing is like
yeah,
a number. You're doing your like you've ranked a list. Do you have a list? Is that I can just
yeah,
so I know what you're
basically.
doing?
And I want to, yeah, it's because only 8 players have worn the number 10 in our history of during the Premier League history of Liverpool. Excuse me. And what I did was I took those 8 players, and that includes McAllister, and yeah, maybe went to your. I'm gonna send
Yeah,
it one more
check your
time here.
spam there.
Here, I'm gonna send it one more time. And yeah, as I was saying, only 8 people have worn 8 players have worn this kit, and that's including McAllister is now who came right in and took on over the number 10 kit, which says a lot. That says a lot for you to just for you to take over the number 10 kit, because a lot of really really talented players have worn this number 10 kit for us, and it made me say, okay, well, I'm going to put this list together. And then when I put it together, and I was only going by Premier League stats, okay, not from, because I know there are some players that, like for instance, John Barnes has worn the number 10 kit, but he also, but this is just on his Premier League era, because that's when there was a period when there was a period, I'm trying to think of what year, you probably know it better than myself too. But there
I
was a
just sent
period
it to
when,
you as well, Dar. Sorry, I just sent it to you as well, Dar. So you should have definitely check your spam or but you should have it from both of us now. If that
yeah,
helps, just
yeah.
refresh your inbox or whatever.
And I know, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, Irishman, is because I know like we're gonna have some real like OGs in the house. We have like Norm in the house. Big up to
Yeah.
you, by the way. Daryl that's gonna be joining us possibly soon. Um, let me try. Yeah, Daryl. I said it twice here. I don't know what's up. We sent your COX Cox account, Cox.net,
Uh,
right?
yeah. Um, something blah 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 Liverpool at cox.net. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give out your whole thing, but you know the the blah
Yeah,
blah
exactly.
blah at cox.net.
Big up Red for Life.
Yeah,
But yeah,
easy.
so just to
Red for
just
me.
yeah, just to, we'll figure it out, Daryl. We'll figure it out. Just give us a second here. Um, what I was getting at is that like there's with the OGs, I'm sure are going to be like, well, you're crazy, you're nuts, or why are you discounting this or why are you discounting that about like former players that have worn the kit, and excuse me. And again, why I'm bringing this, the rankings were solely based on just the Prem era because that's when squad numbers were really introduced, So um I kind of fine-tuned it to just be the Prem. It ended up making it a little bit easier too to be able to kind of to rank them, because I mean,
Parm.
I'm not going back to the 1800s, and trying to figure out like every person that's worn the number 10 kit for us.
Hmm.
And I unfortunately I did not get to
Yeah,
watch.
no, no,
I'm
no.
not.
I'll be. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll back you up on that. That's the way to go. Like Barnes is the perfect example because he wore it in both the
In
old
both
First Division
eras.
and the Premier League. But
Yep.
you would be hard pushed to say that he didn't play his best football pre 92.
Pre-Prem. Right.
He was probably at his
Right.
peak. I mean, he wasn't that old. I think he was like 29 when the Prem started, something like that. But like he had kind of the
Mhm.
bulk of his kind of career was probably pre Premier League. But he
Right.
did play a lot of Premier. Like he did continue to play for a long time in the Premier League. So, but he is a very good example of that
Right.
kind of that problem there that you would say Barnes, if you were starting just say if he started in say 1980, then he'd go way up.
Oh,
That'd be the way
he'd
I see
probably be. I'm not trying to give any spoilers, but yes, he'd most likely be, top of the list.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most likely. I mean, there could be an argument. There could be certainly an argument for who I have as the number one. But I mean, like,
Like
in my humble
just
opinion, there could be. But
I'm sure
yeah,
Daryl might be getting a little bit anxious. Do you want to just stick it in the chat? I'm sure no one's gonna. I mean, if Daryl
okay,
was
yeah, yeah,
hoping to
yeah,
come on,
yeah,
if you wanna stick it in
yeah,
the old
yeah, yeah,
chit chat there, and you can
uh,
delete that comment afterwards, then, can't you? I think you
yeah,
can
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
If
I'll
you
put it in
put
the chat there. I was trying to
yeah,
put
and
it
then
in. I
Daryl
wanted to make
we can
sure. I
check
wanted
your
to try to
email.
link. I wanted to try to link to that, like in future cases. If you wanted to get on the show, then we'd have a real, an actual link. But all right, I'll put it in there. It's technically since 1992, but 1993 is
Well,
like right around around that date.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's when
And there
like
you go.
he had the injury, and ever since and not saying that he was like a shell of himself, or he was like a poor player or a bad player. He was a good player. He was a very good player, but he wasn't the level player that he was prior to injury. Let's just keep it 100. And unfortunately, during that time, that was still when those kinds of injuries, you didn't really see people regain that level that they're starting that because it's weird with sports science. A lot of sports science today, you see players getting to that level, or getting to the levels
Hmm. Oh, science.
that
Well,
they
even
previously
in
had
20 years,
possibly.
man. Just in 20 years. I mean,
Mhm.
science. I mean, it doesn't. You buy a new phone tomorrow for $2,000. You buy a new phone for $2,000 tomorrow, and in 3 years' time, it's going to be like, wow, that thing is old. That thing's out of date. The way this science is like, so that the surgery, the things they can do now in medical science that even just 20 years ago they weren't even thinking they'd be able to do. So yeah, the
Right.
careers of those players, even Barnes played for a long time, but yeah, like the way that they could recover and all of that, it really is. Yeah, it's like 2,000 years ago. The difference, but and especially
Mhm.
also the money that the clubs can spend on these things as well has gone up a lot. Like you
Yeah.
remember back in the day, like you had one guy with a sponge and a couple of guys from St. John's Ambulance and one doctor in the state. Now they have whole medical departments and all of that stuff. So I'm sure a lot of those players would love to have been had those kind of facilities back or those kind of those
Yeah.
options back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the rehab treatment places that they have, and all the different facilities and doctors and specialists that they have today, absolutely incredible. Um, but I'm gonna give you my list, and then we're gonna, and of course, as always, we can debate it, we can critique it, you know, we can go through some of this different things. I even have a little improv quiz actually at the end for us, since we all love trivia and quizzes and such. So based on the number 10 as well. So yeah, so starting off this list, I think it's the number 8 and number 7 were almost a coin toss, but I still went with at number 8. I went with Andre Veronin. I think that he could easily. I don't know how he got to wear the number 10 kit for us. Played for us during the 2007 to 2010 um, 2010 years, and in fact, and I see you're in the thing, but it says device not connected. So I don't know, Daryl. You have to work out your camera, by the way. Um, but yes, but that's who I have. The Ukrainian he wasn't really what we all hoped. You know what's really sad about it is too is that we watched the game. We went to the DeLorean, went back in time, watched the game that he actually scored it. And reality of it is that he only scored 6 goals in his entire time with us. And we just so happened to watch one of his few goals that he actually scored. Yeah. That's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Do you have a memory of a fond memory of him? I'm gonna bring in fat boy, not slim. Wait, real quick.
Gotta
Hold on, let's see. Got you. Daryl, how you doing?
How you doing, boys? You all right? Not too bad.
Daryl.
How you doing, Brian?
Yeah.
Someone's got echo.
No. That's my bad.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, good man. Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just enjoying the weather.
Yeah. I was very sorry to hear about your news.
Oh wow.
Day, mate. I hope that's all.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Thanks very much, mate.
Oh yes, certainly.
Sad time.
Yes.
Sad time.
My condolences, Daryl, as well.
Cheers,
positive news. Some positive news out of the day. Also, let me state this real quick too. Positive news is that Alan Hansen has been released from the hospital. That is a very positive update. And he's been released from the hospital and he's back home to recover from his serious illness. So I'm hoping that he continues to fight and that he. It's a good sign when you're able to leave when you're able to leave the hospital and return home.
Yeah.
So I hope that it's better days for him as well.
Big up.
I'll tell you. If you're asking me about
on Andre.
Sorry. Yeah, if I have any positive memories of him, I honestly can't believe he's here that long. I remember him. I remember the transfer. I remember he was free. I remember being massively underwhelmed at the thought of him. I remember thinking, this is sort of, even then it was like, this is peak Hicks and Gillette. This is real, like just Rafa saying, look, I need someone who can do this. And they're like, well, how about this freebie Ukrainian lad? Not even 20, not even 15 million. Like, they were just some of the worst owners of all time. We brought some awful players in during that period, like a really bad lot. And he was probably a very good player. I don't think he was actually
Dynamo.
awful.
Was he Dynamo?
Yeah, I think at a certain level.
Dynamo Moscow, I think it was, or something like that, right? Dynamo Moscow.
Maybe Kiev. I'm not sure, but maybe in a smaller Italian team or a smaller Spanish team, he probably would have gotten 10 goals a season. Maybe that was kind of his level. But he was even before he got here, it was like, he is not what we need. And as soon as he got here, it was just really obvious straight away. Like, even with the most optimistic hat on, you were watching this guy going, yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah. Norm put it best. Norm said exactly what you said. Yeah, imagine if we had gotten like any of those players. Oh, what a difference that would have made. What a difference that would have made. Yeah.
Deservedly bottom of the list.
Yeah. I think we can all we're all still on board with the list. And not a lot for you guys to like adjust or amend to give your own list as well. But I'm just gonna go through my list first. Okay. So then at number seven, I had, this is why I said it was a coin toss, because look, this is another free signing for us as well. It kind of was to almost replace the Andre experiment. In essence, it kind of was. And in the summer of 2010, we brought in my number 7 on this list, Joe Cole. I think we had he had high praise. Like I remember, like Stevie G used to say some really, really like high praise about Joe Cole, and I remember like it was supposed to be a big signing, especially since it was a free signing. Free signings are always great when you land a great player or a really talented player. But it just I guess we should have all known it was written in the stars for us, or it was written in the stars, as they say, for us when like I think in his first game he got a red card or something like that, right?
Yeah, correct. Sent off on his debut. Yeah.
Not many people come out and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm so happy here. I love being a Red so much. I'm going to get a red card.
Joe Cole. I think the Joe Cole was the triple signing we made with Christian Poulsen and Jovanovic. I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
He ended up going. He went out on loan too. He went to France. I think we loaned him out to France.
Lille.
I forget which team it was, but it was a French team.
He went to Lille, I think.
Lille. Okay. Yeah.
I think it was Lille. That's definitely right. Yeah, but keep going. Are you going to do your whole list, or would you want us to talk?
Yeah. I'm just kind of I'm saying the list. I give you guys a chance to give a little insight, give a little fond memory of the player if you want to do that. Because
he was, like you say, Gerard. I mean, anybody. I mean, nobody here, and not by the looks of it, anybody in the chat. No offense to anybody, but there's nobody here that's too young to remember. I think everybody remembers Joe Cole playing, not just remembers him as a name. Like you're talking about, probably like the original, say, Premier League era the original Phil Foden, like the original kind of Jack Wilshere, like possibly one of the most skillful, naturally gifted street players ever in the English Premier League. Like that guy could have dribbled his way out of a paper bag. Like he was pure quality, as a number 10, as an actual number 10. But he goes to Chelsea, and Mourinho puts him out as a winger, and he's not really a winger. And I just think by the time he got to Liverpool, I mean, just if you're talking about the ability in his boots, he's up there. He's actually up there. I mean, people forget he even played for us. But if you were just talking about ability as a footballer, but if you're talking about what he gave to Liverpool and the career he had at Liverpool, like I say, there's a lot of people that will actually forget he even played for us. And he was the first player. I think he's the first player we ever paid $100,000 a week because he was on a free. But I think he was the first player, if not, I think he might have been. Yeah, I think it was the first player we ever gave $100,000 a week to. So there was a lot expected of it, but I don't know. The Joe Cole we got is not the Joe Cole that was at West Ham.
Yeah. At number 6, okay, now this is where the list starts to get interesting, because I think I think that those two were the kind of, like I said, they were coin toss on who got 8th and who got 7th. But once we get into this, like, looking at the top 5 and just, honorable mention, I guess you could call it, if you want to say number 6, it's honorable mention. Look, I know I'm going to get some shtick for this, but I put McAllister at number 6 only because he's only had, full year.
Only been a season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally fair. He's only been here a year.
Right. And he's played well in the Premier League. I get that for Brighton. He's also, but for us, I'm just saying, for my time, or what as a Red, for wearing our number 10, I say that he is looking at the top 5, like, give me a couple more years. Maybe I'll be like pushing some of you out, because McAllister is a phenomenal player. I also had number 5 being a probably controversial pick. And my controversial pick is that I had John Barnes at number 5. Now, This isn't saying that John Barnes is a bad player or that there's, this is during his Premier League era. That's all I'm mentioning. He is a absolute amazing player, absolutely incredible player. But I mean, like, he's also a player that's signed in 1987, so he's got an incredible, from 87 to 92, absolutely top player, one of the top players in the world, easily. But after that knee injury, it kind of made a difference, and he went from being a winger to being a midfielder. His whole emphasis of his job role changed on the team, and he wasn't able to really get the kinds of numbers that we used to see from him, and that's why I have him at number 5. I'll just rifle through these, by the way, too. Now, number 4, I have Luis Garcia. I think Garcia is. I know. I knew it's going to get controversial. But I get it. He is an absolute legend for this club. He scored some incredible goals. I was actually watching some of his goals, like his best goals chronology, like those little clips that they have, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy, like, he was just really super talented with, like, he could use his feet, use his head, like, he was just incredible player, really well, great dribbler too, quick, decisive with his attacks, absolute legend. Yeah, I agree, Norm, absolute legend. But he makes number 4 on my list. I get it. I'm going to get it.
To you, putting my head. But I mean, even like I'm fully don't forget, I'm fully on board with the concept that it is Premier League only. But
right.
Putting Luis Garcia in ahead of Johnny Barnes, that's tasty.
Yeah. It's
okay.
It's tough. I know. He's one of the architects in the ghost goal against Chelsea. He's he actually obviously helped us lift our 5th European championship. So, like, yeah, I get it. But I mean, it's not like I'm saying he's a bum. I'm saying he's a legend, just at number 4. I'm sorry. Oh man. And also, real quick, you guys are really good with the like, running it back, and some of you probably like Norm or maybe even Daryl was at the game or something like that. There was a game, it was against Everton, and he scored an absolute, like, incredible, like, it was a rebound header goal. Do you guys remember who got the shot? Like, the shot was basically, it was against Everton, and someone on that day took a shot from practically almost like the circle, from the midfield circle, and the goalkeeper went back and, like, tried to stop it, and he, like, batted it out, and I think it might even hit the crossbar, but he, like, batted it out, and then Luis Garcia just came right in and, like, quickly, as always, like, quick on the spot, always in the right spot. His positioning was incredible. Just headed into goal. Do you remember? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Remember that goal by any chance or no?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
I think 2005. I want to say 2000.
Yeah, I think it was Xavi Alonso. I think I can't be sure, but I think it might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
Well, when you say shot from the halfway line, your mind goes straight.
You kind of think, yeah. You kind of think it would be.
But
yeah,
I mean, Norm is the oracle of all things Liverpool match, and I'm assuming he was there, and he's saying it was Morientes. So I'm assuming it was Morientes. Norm is usually spot on with that.
Yeah, it's got to be there. It's got to be there.
He was. Oh yeah, he was in the cup. Of course, he was in the cup.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you, Norm. I was wondering who it was that shot it.
Another player that gets forgotten, Morientes, another player that I had huge high hopes for, but he's also someone who rarely gets mentioned.
Yeah. Oh, we believe you, Norm. We definitely believe you. It was a cracker of a shot, though. I mean, he ripped it, and that's what I just wanted to know if everyone knew that. But
we believe it. No, we're just assuming you were. Like, we automatically assume you were at every match we're talking about if it's
right.
35 years. So, yeah, don't worry. We always believe you, Norm. It's just like, of course you were there. Norm's at everything.
So at number 3, we're in the top 3 here.
Still though, ahead of Barnes. Tasty.
Thank you for reminding them for that one. At number 3, I know this guy is somewhat of a Benedict Arnold to some, but I'm going to say Felipe Coutinho is at my number 3. Say what you will about, the way that this guy got his exit from Liverpool. When he was a Liverpool Red, he was absolutely phenomenal. Incredible player. Free kicks, assists, goals, dribbling. Guy had almost everything you could want in his locker. And yeah, I would think, like, I know get pushed back and such on him because, him faking his injury or saying his back injury just to get his move to Barcelona. That kind of takes away from your memories or your perception of Coutinho, I'm sure. But the guy was an incredible player. Absolutely. He was one of the absolute brilliant players on this team in an era when we were starting to really pick up some real traction on making a move or making some type of announcement on the league that we were trying to come back and be that team. Number 2, I have Michael Owen. Michael Owen is easily he's the player that really brought me to Liverpool. One of the players that, one player that I definitely enjoyed not only watching play, but even when I played in the video games, back then, he was the player that I liked to make sure that I had scoring my goals. Absolute wonder kid, brilliant player. The sheer number of goals that he scored. I mean, you can go through the long list of goals that the guy has put on for us. Is absolutely incredible. It is sad that he ended up going on to Real Madrid and then, eventually found his way back to the Premier League. And he never really, and then to become a Red Devil, eventually become a Red Devil, obviously joining Newcastle as well. It kind of soured people on him, but I still put him at number 2. And at my number 1, I have Sadio Mane. I personally think that Mane is the crown, the crown wearing number 10 for the Premier League era of our number 10s. I don't know how much more or what you would want from a player other than what Mane gave. Pure effort, work effort, and on defense, offense, didn't matter what it was. Tracked back, was always pressing the goalkeepers or pressing that front line, scoring goals. Absolute incredible player. It was kind of sad to see him leave, but as always, some players sometimes it's just your time to go. But yeah, absolute brilliant player. And that's my list. So where did I get it right? Where did I get it wrong? I'll give you guys both the platform. I'll give you both the stage. I'll go first to Daryl, and then I'll go to the Irishman. Where did I go right? Where did I go wrong, or did I get it right in your mind?
I think the Joe Cole and Andre Voronin, you were spot on.
Okay.
Definitely. But I think with Johnny Barnes, I think because I was born in '86, I didn't really see a lot of John Barnes, but all I can remember from John Barnes is a fat John Barnes in 1995 when he played for us in '95.
He was very big. He was a big boy.
He was big Johnny Barnes in '95.
Could you imagine him and Jan Moulby in the same midfield? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Don't sit on the same side of the bus, lads. She'll tip over.
Yeah.
That midfield three of John Barnes, myself, and Jan Moulby sounds tasty. No, but do you want me to do mine about it from one quickly?
Say
Go
what? Say
ahead,
again?
man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Voronin 8, Joe Cole 7, 6 for me, John Barnes.
Okay.
Number 5 would be McAllister.
Okay.
Number 4 would be Michael Owen.
Okay.
Top 3, now is my top 3, which I can remember being amazing, would be 3 would be Luis Garcia.
You're probably confident originally. Now you're starting to you're second guessing yourself. Let's go with it.
Yeah, Luis Garcia 3, Coutinho at 2, and Mane at 1. Yeah, Mane's definitely 1.
Definitely 1. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Irishman, how about for you? Where did I get it wrong? And I'm gonna include what the chat has put out there too, because the chat had a couple of selections as well.
Well, you can't be wrong. You can't be right. You know, it's what you feel. It's your opinion. It won't be too different. I wouldn't even. I'd probably cheat and just put Voronin and Cole in joint 7th, because I can't make a case for either one of them being better than the other. Like, I cannot make a case in my head that Joe Cole was better than Voronin. Voronin was awful, but Joe Cole was utterly useless. And he cost a lot more money in wages. They both came on frees. Voronin was probably only on about 25 grand a week or something. Joe Cole was on bloody 100 grand a week. That was a terrible deal. and they did nothing at the club. Dara was right, Roy Hodgson. This is Roy Hodgson times. Even though it only lasted 6 months, it felt like 6 years. The players he brought in nearly sank us. But so I'd split those two. Then I'd put McAllister in 6th, purely because he's only been here a year, really. I mean, I can't really rate him much higher just to have ever played for the club. On one season, I think he'd have to be 5th. Or 6th, isn't it? Yeah, 6th. Then I would have Luis Garcia in 5th. No.
Okay.
Yeah, Luis Garcia in 5th. John Barnes in 4th. Coutinho 3rd. Mane 2nd, and Owen 1st.
Oh wow.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me hear that. Let me hear that top 5 one more time.
So hang on. I'd be going to Voronin, Cole, then McAllister, then Luis Garcia, then John Barnes, then Sadio Mane, and then Michael Owen.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Interesting.
Spain, boys. Spain are 1-0, by the way, boys.
Oh, Spain just won?
Oh,
1-0 Spain. Florian Torres. Good to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they changed up the whole squad there by looks of it.
Yeah.
Bloody Hosler was getting the game for it.
Yeah. Trust me, I already know. I don't even you guys got me playing this fantasy football thing, and I'm just like disappointed in my team.
Brian scored 73 points this week. Brian's top now.
I was last night anyway,
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
but there's a long way to go in that. I don't think there's much between us. But yeah, when it shook down, I was on top. But we'll see.
I have. Let me bring up some of these. I know Bonkers gave his. Top. He said he had Mane, Joe Cole, Andre, John Barnes at 6, Michael Owen at 5. Number 4 was Felipe. Number 3 is McAllister. Number 2, Garcia, and then number 1, Mane. And then Norm just gave us his, and he says that he's one of the top 4 at least. He want Mane, Barnes, Coutinho, Garcia. I'm surprised that that's cool. That shows that a lot of you guys are at least thinking somewhat critically, and honestly, by putting Coutinho in there, because I mean Coutinho was a fantastic player, but I mean certainly not exactly the most beloved player any longer, at least for us when it comes to remembrances.
Yeah,
he had number 5. He had Michael Owen. Yeah. Okay, he had Michael Owen at 5. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I just think with Mane.
That's a little harsh.
He won the Premier League. He won the title, so that's why he's got to be number 1.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just think that
But Michael Owen won 2 Golden Boots in the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's not to say. It's not like he was like it's not like he was just.
I'll tell you what. Even for me, in my top 3 goals, which I've seen for Liverpool in my lifetime, Luis Garcia versus Juventus always stay in my top 3.
Oh,
because that goal was just unbelievable.
What a goal!
Yeah. I can understand that.
My God,
he didn't score a lot, but when he did, you tended to remember him.
Yeah,
he had that. He was one of those players like Garcia. Like there's a couple of those boys in there, Coutinho and Garcia, that if you kind of like me, or Daryl is younger than me, but if you're a kid in the 90s, that's kind of what footballers looked like, kind of short and baggy jersey and all skills, and he was just like he looked like a player. Garcia was just one of those boys. Like we brought in that summer when we brought him and Alonso. Mm-hmm. That's one of our best. I mean, and by the time when Torres came, that was unbelievable. But him and Alonso that summer, no one really knew who they were, but they, because it was back then. This was back in the day. But when Garcia came in, there was probably a little bit more excitement about him than there was about Alonso. Because Alonso was just a DM, but Garcia was this kind of winger from Barcelona. We're like, oh, this guy's deadly. This guy's gonna be brilliant. But I'm surprised. Some people put him really high in their list, but it just shows that. I don't know if you've got his numbers there. What did he play? About 150 games for us. He wasn't here.
Oh well, don't give that away. Don't give that away. Actually, that's part of the quiz.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's Summer Brian. That's Summer Brian just mentioned. Them two were obviously the great signings, but then you brought in that other guy, Nunez, as well.
Oh, in the Owen when Owen came in. Yeah, when Owen left, they put Antonio Nunez in the deal. It was like, oh, thanks for that, lads. I'd rather just say 2 million quid. Useless, utterly one of the worst right wingers we've ever had. Utterly useless. Couldn't cross the ball, couldn't beat a man, couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot, and he was playing at Real Madrid. Right? Yeah, and he came from bloody Real Madrid.
Yeah,
we got stung. That's the worst part of that deal.
That's it's bad deal, Brian. Because we bought in that other Spanish kid as well. It was absolutely pony, which is that can't remember his name. Yeah, Hosami, because of a J. Hosami.
The right back. Yeah, the right back. Yeah. And we fixed it when we brought in Arbeloa. Arbeloa didn't get any credit at Liverpool. he was a top defender.
Yeah, he was.
And he went on to show it. Like he won a lot with Real Madrid when he left us, and he didn't do that by accident. Like we were giving them the good players, they were selling us the dross.
Yeah, I think they were just getting rid of their Drek, I guess, or something. Because
even Rafa would have known this guy is. But I just Owen. I know like everyone is like they hate Owen because of what like I just kind of when I'm talking about Owen, I just kind of put that to one side because I'm talking about what he did at Liverpool. So what he did afterwards, it's like, do I like him? Do I like him as a person for what he did? Of course not.
No.
But I can't deny, like injury hamstrings kind of done him by the time he was 21. Basically, he still had a good career for a while afterwards. But I mean, before that, the kid was a phenomenon. He was actually he never did. He never even scored more than 20 goals in a Premier League season. But everybody knew watching him that this guy is not normal. Like he could cross, he could pass, he could drop deep. He wasn't just some like sprint in behind goal scorer. He could literally do everything. He could set goals up. He could head the ball. He's about 5'2". He could out jump the like big defenders, and he was an absolute. He was like a more complete Kylian Mbappe when he was 18. He was as quick as Mbappe. His finishing was as good as Mbappe's, if not better. He had more creativity than Mbappe does. Like he is the closest thing. If anyone hasn't seen Owen play at his peak, peak. If you, I know a lot of people. Oh, Mbappe is crap. Okay, whatever. If you rate Mbappe, that's the kind of player. That's what we're talking about.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree, Brian, because we all talk about Steven Gerrard winning an FA Cup final on his own, but Michael Owen done it in 2001, didn't he, against Arsenal?
Yeah, unbelievable game. We did that on a watch along just recently. That game, didn't we? Or were we planted it? Yeah, we did that one. That's that second finish into the bottom corner. That is iconic. That is absolutely iconic.
Yeah, there's like I said, we watched when we watched that game that I talked about earlier about Veronin scoring the goal. That wasn't one, it was like an ugly goal that he scored.
And it was a horrible goal.
It's a horrible goal. And he scored 6 goals, and he only scored, and all 6 of his goals came in that year, which is kind of crazy. He didn't score after that, which is like the next, it just goes to show you that, like,
cheers, Andre.
Yeah, sometimes like getting these goals, is not as easy to get goals as people think it is. I mean, to amount to a lot of the goals that we see is pretty, and that's also why I had I can understand you having Owen so highly ranked in your list, but I could also see why. I think you can understand why I still had Sadio so highly ranked, because I mean the guy was just a phenomenal.
Oh, you're splitting hairs. You're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Like he did.
I think his game was a little bit more refined. I think Sadio not only got you goals, but he also got you the like press and the defense that you wanted in this game.
No, but like Darryl was saying, Mane won everything with Liverpool.
Yeah,
it's completely
you're right.
I am not. I would never argue with somebody who would say Mane over Owen. No, no chance whatever. It really is. I think that one that comes down to a, what's your poison kind of thing. What do you have? It's just really because there's nothing like if Owen hadn't won those individual accolades, then he would have he'd have a few trophies at Liverpool, but he wouldn't have done what Mane did.
Right.
So it is like, but if you were then to talk about, I mean, who would I rather watch at their peak? Mane or Coutinho? Give me Coutinho all day long.
Okay.
Like Coutinho at his best, like he's a player. Like Mane was brilliant, but Coutinho, like just doing step over and feints and dribbling past people, and he's a samba boy. He's a flair merchant. That's what you pay to go and watch. Like Mane was much more intense and direct. Not saying he wasn't skillful. Don't say that. But I mean, Coutinho is more of a futsal kind of. So if you wanted to watch peak 90 minutes, I didn't like the way that to me, I felt we were becoming a bit of a one-man team towards the end of
with Coutinho?
By the time Suarez had left and Sturridge had dropped off, it was basically just give it to Coutinho. And he kept curling him into the top corner from 25 yards, which was handy. But it was kind of like he was clearly the outstanding player on the team, apart from, Gerrard or whatever. But we were becoming very reliant on him, I thought, at the end. Whereas before we had him and other players around him. So we did get to see the best of him, because I think we just gave him the ball at every available opportunity, and he was just allowed to do what he wanted, which was great. It was great for him.
Yeah. And also City hated him. The goals he scored against City were just, oh my God. Ridiculous goals.
I think some of his free kicks were incredible.
His highlight reel is ridiculous. Coutinho just for Liverpool, and also of course, in my mind, Coutinho gets extra points because he played for Inter Milan, so he's played for Inter and Liverpool. So he's worn two of the best jerseys out there. But his highlight reel just on its own is ridiculous, and and you're right, like. No one really talks about him. No one really ever brings it up because of the way he left. But I say
because of the way he left,
he gave us great service. He gave us great entertainment. He went to
and he gave us a huge return. He gave us a huge return, regardless of I get it, he left and everything else, but he also gave us some 50 million or something like that.
And we built.
We sold him for 142. He cost 8. So.
Yeah,
8 million was an absolute steal.
8 million, it was 8 million. You're absolutely right on, spot on.
And we built our title-winning team. We took that money and we built a title-winning team. Like the only, in the deal, there's 3 parties in the deal. There's Liverpool, Coutinho, and Barcelona. There is one party in that deal that won majorly, and 2 parties that lost massively, and we're the one that won majorly. It was a terrible deal for Coutinho, and it was for his career. He's in Qatar now or wherever, and it was a terrible deal for Barcelona.
Yeah. I think he's going back to
amazing deal for us.
He's going back to Brazil now, but
he's gone to Vasco da Gama.
Yeah, he's gone back to Vasco.
Yeah. I think that's like his boyhood team or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. It was a loss for him. I mean, look, he wanted, a lot of these players, it could, if anything, if I was someone that was able to get into the Lucho camp and be able to tell Lucho something, I would be like, look, brother, it's not grass is not always greener on the other side, man. It just isn't.
Yeah, that's the way I see it as well, 12. The way I see it was when Coutinho, obviously, he went to Barcelona, but that night when we beat him at Anfield 4-0, he was in that team of stars with the Suarez, the Messi, and we had no Mo Salah and Bobby on that night as well. So, and we still beat them.
Yeah. And it was kind of...
And... Don't forget,
it was kind of refreshing to have that beat down too. By the way, it was refreshing considering that Suarez celebrated at times as if he had never played for Liverpool, and you expect that out of Suarez because Suarez.
That's what I love about Suarez.
He gives his all for whatever club he's playing for. That's the club that he's giving his all for. So you can kind of respect that.
I understood why so many people were getting angry, but I was just like, that man does not score the amount of goals he scores if he doesn't celebrate against his former club. It's it's the mentality. That's Luis Suarez. It's that mentality that means he would score against his own grandmother on her deathbed and celebrate.
Yeah.
He'd
Yeah.
be like,
He
2-0
probably
granny,
would.
2-0
He
granny,
probably
2-0
would.
granny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he'd trip
I'm
her.
telling you.
He'd trip her up.
I'm telling you now, Brian, no one even comes close to Suarez being my favourite striker of my lifetime, because he is my favourite striker of my lifetime. God.
But just quickly on Coutinho, that transfer ended up so bad that he ends up in that ridiculous, bizarre situation where he's on loan at Bayern from Barcelona, scoring two goals against Barcelona as they get humiliated 8-2 in the Champions League quarterfinal, semi-final, something like that. Like they get utterly humiliated, and he comes on and scores twice against the club that paid 140. Well, 105 with 40 in add-ons, which I'm not sure he ever met, by the way, but that's another story. So, but over 100 million quid for, and he's banging in goals against them in one of their most humiliating European defeats of all time. Like what the heck? Like everybody involved in that transfer on the board, and every single one should never be allowed work or be elected to the board on Barcelona again. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
and we think that people complain about our owners.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they're elected and it's different. I mean, but that's how not to run a football club. That's just how not to do it.
Yeah, I think I can understand that much too. You know what? Real quick too. What was this? Want to show Garcia a little bit more love, because I said I was watching all his goals back, not putting significance of what the goal meant, as in like, oh, this was like the winner for this, or this is the, or this made us go from this got us Champions League, or top four. None of that stuff. Just in the sheer brilliance of the goal. Okay, so I'm setting the table in the sense of, what was your favorite Garcia goal? In just in the brilliance of the goal, not necessarily again what it meant to you or what it meant to us. Just I should say what it meant to us, as in like our place or us getting some type of silverware. I just mean like, what was
any options?
I mean, I know I have the reason I'm asking is I do have my own. I was trying to see it.
We weren't all watching Garcia goals.
That list,
today,
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I know the one like that everyone's going to talk about, like the volley from outside shot from outside the box against Juve. He scored another one from outside the box against someone, didn't he? Yeah. Unless you're reminding me some other ones, I'd perhaps say that the Juventus goal.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. The goal against Juventus, and then obviously the ghost goal that got us through again to the final in the Champions League final.
Okay. I had the reason I was only asking that is because the game that I saw him score this goal. It was not that, it wasn't like some memorable team or something like that. It was against Charlton, and it was October 23rd, and it was an absolute cracker. Like it was an absolute wonder goal, where it was just like a strike from outside the box. He had an incredible range for his shot, and like this shot that he took was just an absolute like stunner. Like it just like he belted it so hard that like you saw the goalkeeper just kind of just like give an effort for it, and he was still like a good 2 feet off of it, not being able to stop it. And like and he's like shooting practically from like midfield practically. It was an absolute cracker of a goal. It's absolute spot on goal for him. I just wanted to. That was just wondering if you guys had
goals.
Yeah.
He scored. If I was going to. No, I won't. I was going to.
Yeah, again, Norm remembers it. There you go. Norm was at the game, of course.
What was your favorite Coutinho goal? What was your favorite Coutinho goal?
Oh, bloody hell.
I got mine. My one's against Southampton from 30 yards out when it absolutely routed the bar and bounce. Oh my God!
Wow.
Against Southampton.
In off is always better.
Oh
In
yeah.
off, it's just that noise. Is there's something about that sound when a ball just cracks the underside of a bar and goes in.
Yeah.
There's just something
Mhm.
about that noise. It adds like 2,000% to a goal. It's just, oh yeah, he's got so many. It's like, oh yeah, that one where he cut
He's
in
got a
off the
lot.
left and
I'm
bent
trying
the
to think
top
of like
corner for
particularly
30
one
yards.
that
It's like,
sticks out in my
yeah,
mind
which
though.
one? Yeah,
Oh,
He has
and the one and
he
Newcastle.
has a free kick. There's one of his free kicks that I remember that was just like, it was just one of those, like he hit like the top left corner, and I was just like, it was one of those things.
Oh,
Oh man.
that was against Arsenal at the Emirates. I remember that goal.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, when we won, I think we beat Arsenal 4-2 that day, and that was when Mane scored his first goal, and he jumped on
he
Klopp's
cut
back.
inside and Mane cut in
Yep.
and he went down the right and he cut in and just buried it.
Yeah.
It was like,
That was anytime we score against Arsenal, I'm happy. So
we have a great record.
man,
We have
the city goal was an incredible goal too, though. Norm is right.
Yeah.
City at home.
Yeah, he scored two.
2014.
He scored two against City. The two goals he scored against City, both on the angle of the box, both of them was just sensational. And the one, and also another goal that takes me back is when he scored that absolutely hammer of a pole driver against Newcastle.
Oh, what a goal! Yes,
Yeah,
what a goal!
James Park. Oh my God!
You see, the thing about Coutinho, now that I'm thinking about it, is it's absolutely ridiculous. Is that he came pretty close to having a signature goal, like Aaron Robben had a signature goal, but his signature goal came pretty close to beating two players on the left, cutting in and bending into top corner from 25 yards. Like that almost became like like some players will only score a goal like that once in their career. Coutinho seemed to be doing it like every third or fourth game, and if he wasn't doing it, he was constantly trying it and getting bloody close. He was just seemed to be unstoppable at doing that, just getting the ball, cutting in, getting it on his right foot, and then just bending it. Some player, man.
Can you just imagine him in that title winning? Can you imagine him in that title winning side? If we had Coutinho in that title winning side, that would be ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I wish
Sure,
it does
looking back.
Yeah, it does make you. We could hold on to some of our. Yeah.
Well, Darryl, we had this
conversation
conversation
hold on
the
to
other
some
night.
Of our, top players.
I was saying that even like we were talking about this, and I'm going to contradict myself slightly when I say he allowed us to go off and build that title winning side, and of course that is part of it. But I think it made it maybe say easier. It made it a lot more comfortable. But I was making the argument to myself as much as anyone else that and I know it was a fact, we had already, because everyone knows, we had tried to sign Van Dijk in the summer. Coutinho left in the winter. People might say, well, we thought he was going to leave anyway. But I don't know. I think we might have been able to go and make those signings. Maybe not Alisson. I don't know. But if Klopp had without selling Coutinho, because I think we were in for Van Dijk anyway, and we got, Byrne taking him out on a date in Blackpool during we got spotted. We had to back off for a while and then, come back in January. But then we go and get Ali next. So I don't know. I think, like you were saying, imagine him in that title winning side. But some people say, oh, well, you wouldn't have gotten those players without him. But I know what you think. Do you think we would have been able to actually maybe go out and get a Van Dijk and Alisson if he hadn't have left?
No, I don't. I'd say no.
I think they would have made.
Obviously,
I think that.
Yeah, because even the Suarez money that paid for Sadio Mane and Mo Salah, didn't it? Really, the Suarez money. So we're a buy to sell, sell to buy club. And that's how we got a fit with how we roll. It's how we've always rolled. So without that money, we never would have got them players. Never.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the only pushback I would say is that we had those. We purchased those players before we got the money, though.
Back in 1 sec.
But
Yeah, I just
I'm not.
think
We're
that,
not.
yeah,
I'm
with,
not making this. I'm not making an argument. I'm not making an argument. I'm not. I'll retract my statement so we don't get into a back and
yeah,
forth
because they
discussion
know
on this.
the money's they know the money was coming in. That's why I think they went for these players. The money was coming in. That's why they went.
Because so, well, how about this then? So we can move away from that topic real quick. What was your favorite? What is your favorite? Since I think all of us pretty much, other than the Irishman, I think the majority of us, I think, gave Sadio the crown for the number 10 shirt for the Premier Era. What was your favorite Mane goal? He scored a lot.
The goal against Arsenal for me. The
Oh,
goal
okay,
against
yeah.
Arsenal.
Where you want
The goal
bottom
against Arsenal
bottom
just set.
corner.
Yeah. It just set the tone. 12. He took on about 3 players, cut inside, and absolutely hit the most perfect goal into that top corner you'd ever see. And then the celebration jumping on Klopp's back. It was just.
Oh yeah.
For me, that's the best goal.
You're right. I do remember that celebration.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
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 That's the best goal for me, Mane.
Okay. Irishman, you back with us?
Yep.
What is since the majority of us, I know that you gave Michael Owen your
my number
crown.
1.
Yeah. But we're going on what was your favorite Mane goal? What was your top Mane goal?
I think actually that Arsenal goal.
Oh, you got Arsenal goal too.
That one we're just talking about, his first goal.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved that. Yeah, it's probably the last time we ever saw him in that position, out on the right. I don't think I ever saw him score a goal from there again. Yeah, but that one.
It's very interesting with Mane too. Go ahead, finish your
mind. No, that's just the first one that springs to mind for favorite.
I'll tell you another one that springs to my mind.
I was going to say real quick, there's 2 that spring to my mind. And in the chat, tell me what yours is as well, by the way. But the one that springs to my mind is the Watford goal. I don't know if you guys remember the goal where he did the back heel for the goal. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah.
There's a goal that he had against Watford. He just did this crazy back heel, and it was like, and ended up being a goal. That one was, and that was one of those things where it's like, oh, you cheeky little.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was good. That was really good. And then
I'll tell you
that one.
12th man. I know you're going to say it. I know you're going to say. I know which goal you're going to say next.
Okay. Oh, I kind of just said it, but I don't know if you heard it or not. But go ahead. You can guess then.
The one against Villa.
Oh no. Villa was dope. Villa was a good goal. I was going to say Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I was going to say Bayern Munich.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the Bayern goal. Yeah, the Bayern goal where he just choked Neuer. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was because the way he was able to trap the ball, he was able to turn, he was able to it was like one of the, and Neuer's like out.
Is that where he just
out,
sits him down?
Yeah.
Is that where he just sits the keeper down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against Bayern
down,
Yeah. That one was a good one.
We didn't think he had that.
Do you remember the Villa goal?
Can I just say, would she agree? I don't know. I think because my memory for stuff like that, it is pretty terrible. I imagine Mane is a guy who scored big goals. I'm not saying he didn't score big goals.
Yeah,
but he's a guy that remembers more for scoring like big, important
goals, right? Yeah.
As opposed to worldies all the time. He's a guy. It's like who scored or he always seemed to be scoring maybe the opener in a big game or the winner in a big game or something like that. As opposed to being like a scorer of great, like world class, or kind of goal of the season, Coutinho type things all the time, because that's what Anne was saying earlier, or Norm was saying earlier on, that he would take Mane all day long. He's saying, Brian, I take Mane all day long, and I would agree with that in terms of the season. But what I was saying was more like, if I could watch somebody at their peak for 90 minutes, I'd watch Coutinho at his peak, because it's more of an entertaining type player. But if you wanted to go into a title winning season and you said you can have Coutinho or Mane, yeah, I probably would be going with Mane. Although, arguments could be made. But Mane was real clutch.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Who would you rather? Would you rather have Coutinho at his peak, or Mane at his peak? And it's a good question, because Mane had two peaks in essence. I think Mane had two peaks, to be honest with you. Mane had a peak before, like there was a time when Mane had a dip in his levels, and people were really not on. Really were like saying we should sell Mane, or he's washed, and blah blah blah. And it's because I got into this back and forth argument on Beijing Red's channel about it. There are people out there that wanted to sell Mane, thought Mane was like shouldn't play for us any longer, And also, not only that, when people do recognize Mane, they forget about the fact that he did start on the right wing, as you said earlier, Brian, and that they also correlate the majority of his play, which is understandable, but they connect all of his play pretty much to him being on the left. And it was after AFCON when he came back, after winning AFCON, and he had that like resurgence in confidence, and his game and form picked up. He was playing more as a striker for us.
While Mo's form dropped off, he picked up the baton big time. Mo actually wasn't great after AFCON.
Yeah, Mo fell off a cliff after that. His confidence.
I think Mane. That was the year. I think Mane shared the golden boot with Sonny, maybe, and I think there might even have been 3 in it that year. But he definitely shared the golden boot with Sonny.
There was.
As far as he really did. He came back, and it was kind of like because you're like everyone. Well, if you remember, they played each other in the final. It was Egypt versus Senegal in the final. Mane literally beat Salah in the AFCON. It's not like they had a different tournament and Salah came home early. He's like, no. Like, he literally faced them down in the final and bet him. His team won. And when they came back, Mane was a man transformed, a man on fire. And Mo was clearly confidence, whatever it might have been. He was a shadow of himself for a while, and Mane just came back and started banging goals. So
that was Mo. Yeah. That was Mo Salah. Yeah. That was Mo tied with Mo Salah and Son that season. 20 goals.
Yeah. I knew
Mo
there was
Salah and Son.
I knew there was 3 on it. Yeah, it was.
Yep. KJ says he would take Mane all day. I feel you. I understand what you mean. It's a tough one though, because I mean, like,
it's systemy though.
They offer different. Yeah, they offer. Yeah, they both offer
really different.
Different. Like,
really different.
Yeah, different things, different tools that they could use.
They could play in the same team. If you were going to play with an out-and-out number 10, you could easily have them both in the same team.
Oh, double pivot.
Yeah. Mane and Coutinho in the 6.
Yeah. I think it's pretty close
though.
Because
it wasn't this season. I forget. I thought it was this season.
The golden boot season was not that good. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think it's pretty close because I think with Coutinho, I don't think he never had a dip for Liverpool. He was just pure class.
Yeah,
from his time at Liverpool.
Absolutely.
His trajectory was upwards. His trajectory form was.
He seemed to get better every year, practically. I would say easily.
Well, he was quiet at the start, and that was understandable. He came in a tiny little slip of a lad, like very small, like coming into the big physical Premier League. There was probably a few questions like, okay, look, we get it. He's a box of tricks. He's really skillful, but he's absolutely tiny, and this is the Premier League. So there was a little bit, but yeah, you're right. He basically just got better. He didn't come in like on fire and have a dip and then refine his. No, yeah, I think he literally just came in and just from every season pretty much got better until all the nonsense and the messing around. He was uh, he was unmissable. Like even like two of my best mates, one of them is a United fan and one of them is an Arsenal fan, and both of them back then were like they'd be watching like I'd be watching us play like Man United. My mate Tom, he was just like he's unbelievable. Like he's
Yeah.
brilliant. Like
Yeah.
no, but just like that kid is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like just because that the football fan came out in you watching him. Like they've just like look, I hate it, but Coutinho just that kid's unreal. Everybody
Yeah.
they just loved watching him. Even
Yeah.
though he was doing it to their team, it's just like yeah, you got to hold your hands up. Like when Man United fans they applauded Ronaldo off the pitch at Old Trafford
Yeah.
when the original
he was even influential. I was going to say he was even influential in helping us get a player. I know that unfortunately he didn't play for us as much or as often as we would have liked, but he was influential in helping us get Thiago too. By the way, some people don't recognize or don't want to give him credit for that, but he was Thiago spoke with him about about Liverpool, and he could have been a jerk and been like, oh, it's a bad place, or or oh, I have bad memories, or not even bad memories, but he could have like discouraged him from making the move, and he didn't.
The pizza
He was
shit.
very he was especially considering the the backlash and all that went against Coutinho at the time. He could have easily held a grudge and said what he wanted to say, but he was very endearing about Liverpool and about Anfield.
I'm sure Thiago spoke to plenty of people.
Yeah. But I'm just saying this was what was reported. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fabinho, he spoke to. He mentioned he spoke on him speaking. Thiago spoke on the influence of Fabinho and Coutinho in him making that decision to come to Liverpool. That's at least what he said.
Yeah, and the 250,000 clams.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah. I'm sure that doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
250 a week. Yeah, that doesn't hurt either. Yep. Oh man, but yeah, I put in two other goals by the way of Mane that if you guys get a chance, if you might want to try to take a look at as well. Both were I believe both were European contests as well. One was against Spartak Moscow, and the other one was against Porto. Two pretty incredible goals that Mane just absolutely being Mane. I always liked Mane's goals, but I always thought that like when he was on the pitch with Bobby, I think that he kind of enjoyed him just a little bit more because Bobby kind of brought some of the best of Mane.
Quick side question, and it is a bit of a bitchy, cheaty thing, but
and I have the quiz too. Already.
Yeah, but just a quick. No, it's not. It's actually. But if, and I know we could play this game with everybody else, so please, I don't want to encourage anybody else to do it. But so we'll just stick to this one. If Bobby Firmino had worn number 10, where would he have been in your list? Because obviously,
number one.
Wow.
Number one,
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, man, Bobby's my guy.
He's my favorite.
Of all the guys who really should have ended up wearing it at some stage, but was bloody bog. But anyway,
I wanted him to be our number 10. To be honest with you.
So Daryl has him at number 1. Where would you 12 man? Where would you move him in between? Is Mane still top or is? Is Bobby
I
challenging
mean,
that?
I'm putting it as I'm admitting my bias, and I would say that I would have had my number one simply because I understand that Mane was a great player, but I just think that one of the reasons
That
why
makes
Mane was a great player was because of Bobby. I think Bobby could have been that. Most number nines are meant to be selfish, or is this ingrained in them to be selfish when it comes to goals and the likes. That wasn't the case for Bobby. Bobby would get his goals, but I just personally think,
Yeah, that's a landslide. You both got him number one.
yeah,
It makes it
Bobby's
easy
my
because
guy.
then you can just bump everybody. You can just bump everybody back when I'm assuming then Mane
Mhm.
becomes two and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
The
It makes it
goal,
more
man.
complicated for me. It makes it more complicated for me, you see, because I'd have to put him in. I'd have to probably put him still in second
mhm.
and then bump everyone that way. But yeah, if he had worn number 10, I think
I wanted.
it'd be
I
better.
thought that. Go ahead, Jerry. You can say it.
The only thing that sticks with me with Bobby is two things really, which is just absolute genius things. The two goals he scored against Arsenal, where he waltzed around every player, and then the
Yeah,
goal when he put it in the top bins against Arsenal. But for me, Bobby's goal against Man City when he sat Kyle Walker on his ass. I think I've never seen Kyle Walker been sat on his ass like that. But the goal he scored against City, oh my god, the
yeah.
chip, the dink,
Well,
oh my
well,
days.
all you have to do is it did happen. I know a lot of people don't like to give Lucho his credit, but he did sit Kyle Walker down too. But anyway, I will agree though that was an incredible goal. I will agree that. Um, yeah. I was gonna say I do have that quiz. I do have the quiz. It's spoiler alert. I do have an actual Bobby episode coming out this week too that we're going to be. I'm gonna discuss it backstage with Brian and make sure that the other guys are in depth with what we're going to be doing. But I do have. So if you do have Bobby moments, try to recollect them as best as you can because we're going to do a best an ode to our Bobby number 9. We're gonna do an ode to him and do like the best 9 moments of Bobby. Just so you know that. Just so you know. And yes, I did say quiz. So let me bring up this quiz real quick. I'm going to give you guys. Let me make sure I have my timer set here. So
A timer.
yes, this is like a timer thing. All right, this is a timer.
We
thing.
were not aware of this, by the way, just in case we were not. This has been sprung on us like a springy thing from a
springy
box.
thing.
A jack in the box. That's it. Yeah.
There you go.
A timer, and
A
everything.
timer.
Very fancy.
Yes.
Very fancy.
Yes. It's not. You should be able to just rifle them off. But I'm gonna give you 1 minute. I'll talk a little bit during the minute, but give you like updates as to time too. But I'm gonna give you a list. This is an order of their appearances. Okay. And you have to put the order, the player, and the number of appearances in order. All right. I'll give you 1 minute to do it. Okay. And see how many you can get right. One of the reasons why I'm saying this because I was actually, I think it was on. Excuse me again. I think it was LFC. It was on like this is Anfield or LFC. One of the Liverpool websites had this quiz, and I actually did.
Stole it.
They gave you a minute and 30 seconds. So they gave you actually a minute and 30 seconds, and you had to like put in the list. But they only had 7 on their list. I've included 8. But I wanted to see if you guys could do to get the list right yourselves. So if you want, like, I guess what I'll do is like I'll say I'll give you a minute. If you could just, I guess, write or just kind of in your head get the order down from top to bottom, and I'll see how many you get right and how many you get wrong. All right. So I'm gonna bring this up right now. Hopefully you can see that too. This is, so it goes 407, 297, 269, 201, 121, 42, 40, and 33. See how many you can get right. These are all players that wore, these are the players that we just mentioned. Top 10. These are the players that wore number 10 during the Premier League era. And you have to get from top to bottom 407, 297, 269, 201, 121, 41, or 42, excuse me, 40, and 33. You have to get all the players in order from top to bottom. It was.
Okay, I'll go for Barnes. Barnes number. Would you want to start your clock thing there?
Yeah. I've already started it. By the way, I've already started the clock.
Oh, okay. Well, Barnes,
Yes.
407. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Barnes? Is it?
Oh, just give. You can just give them. I'll tell you right or wrong.
Okay. Barnes. Well, yeah. Barnes, Owen. I don't want it to be just me. Daryl, do you want to try the next couple?
Yeah, you guys can do it. You guys can help each other out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it because my phone's so tiny.
Yeah, it's a little small. Let me see.
269. Okay, so who's on 269 and who's on 201?
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, I'd say Barnes will probably be at the top there.
Yeah, then Owen, right?
Norm's got Barnes. Norm's got Owen at 2.
Owen.
Yep.
I'd say 3, definitely 3. 269. I'd say that would be probably Coutinho.
Because just for a second, just like I know number 2 and number 3, it's 297 and 269. It's not a huge difference.
It's not a huge difference. Nope.
It's not a massive gap. Like like the next one is 201. So you're still happy that Owen is 297. I mean, could he be 269? And Mane,
I think Owen's second.
Owen's second. But
Mane
it's still
third.
only by nearly only 28. Well, that's still a few. Yeah, okay, so Mane third. So 201.
Coutinho.
Okay, so that's Barnes, Owen, Mane, Coutinho.
Garcia.
121's Garcia, yeah. 42. Who are we left with? Joe Cole, Varanin, and
I'll say Joe Cole. Joe Cole 42. McAllister 40. Varanin 33.
Oh, McAllister, right. Okay, so yeah, Joe Cole 42. McAllister 40. Joe Cole didn't.
I'll put your answers in as you gave them.
Joe Cole didn't play 42 games, did he?
Actually, Joe Cole bottom.
I don't think Joe Cole played 42 times for us, man. I think he might play 33.
Yeah,
I'd give
bottom.
I'd give Varanin 42. McAllister 40. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're saying.
So go through this again one more time. So I'm gonna put your answers in. So
Barnes
at 1.
Me and Darryl are saying. Me and Darryl are saying Barnes, Owen, Coutinho. No, we didn't. No. Barnes, Owen, Mane 269. Mane 269, not Coutinho.
Okay.
Coutinho on 201.
Then Garcia
on 121.
Okay.
42 is Varanin.
Okay.
40 is McAllister. 33 is. Oh, hang on. Are these Premier League appearances only? Are these only Premier League appearances?
No,
all time.
It's all time.
Okay, McAllister. Oh, okay, yeah, McAllister, and then Joe Cole. Yeah, you happy?
Yeah.
You happy, Dara?
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Happy with those?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So you got.
all of them right. Obviously, there's no need to check. There's no need
Yeah,
to
there
check.
you go. There you go.
He's
There
caught
you
them
go.
all right.
You got 3 wrong, but that's only because you guys got
It's only
the
because
top 5 right. Barnes, it goes Barnes, Owen, Mane, Coutinho, Garcia. Those were right.
yeah.
But at 42
I
games,
told you, Bri.
42
Oh,
LFC
told you.
appearances, it is
Is.
Joe Cole.
Oh, sorry, Darryl.
And
Sorry,
at
Darryl. I
40
told you.
Joe Cole,
appearances,
didn't I?
yes. And
I said
McAllister
Joe
is at
Cole, I thought
33. McAllister is currently at 33.
McAllister's bottom. Okay, yeah. So, well, sorry, Darryl. I taught you out of it. Yeah, sorry.
That's all right, Bri. That's all right, Bri.
Yeah, make sure
So
I'll put it in.
Darryl was pretty much only got 1 wrong. I got 3 wrong.
Yeah, he had to get him. It was not easy too because he couldn't get on the quiz on the thing. They gave him like a minute timer, a minute and 30 seconds. I was like, ooh. I know what I happen to just get. I happen to guess right because Cole and the Cole one, they're 42 and 40. It's so close. I knew McAllister had played. Hasn't. I mean, he's only played. He hasn't.
Yeah,
he had. Yeah, because he missed that. Because he missed. I knew he had under 40 for us. So that's why McAllister had to be because there's only 38 games. So
Well, see,
I
that's
just
the thing.
can't believe.
That's why I was asking if it's Premier League only because he couldn't have played. So if it's only Premier League appearances, I would have put McAllister bottom. But
I got you.
yeah, because like you said, it's only 38 games. He couldn't have played 40, or But
Right.
I assume it was all comps. So
Yeah.
no, it's what the top 5 is the important one.
Fair-
400
I just can't
fair-
believe.
fair
I
game.
can't,
Yeah, fair too.
407 for Barnes is
I can't believe Andre
407.
Voronin got 40 games for Liverpool. How did Andre
Yeah.
Voronin get 40 games for Liverpool?
Yep. Which is pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive that he even got that because
well,
like I said,
Darryl, if you imagine how many of them are last 10-minute jobs and dead rubber UEFA League games away to freaking Sparta Bratislava or something. That's how he gets 40 games or 40 appearances.
Jesus Christ.
We
can just blame Gerard. We could blame Gerard Houllier then.
probably could. Yeah.
You
Probably could.
can't blame him for Voronin. You can't blame him.
No, not for him. No. But let's see. I think here's another, and then I'll give you guys a little. This is a fun one too, man. I'll take down the list here. Another quick one for trivia.
Any score update, Darryl? What's the score in this?
Croatia, Italy still 0-0, but this could be a penalty. Croatia could be given a penalty here for handball. Yeah, it's handball. That's a penalty for Croatia.
Against them or for them?
For Croatia. That's going to be a penalty.
Wow.
It's got to be. Blatant handball there.
Wow. Still 1-0 the other game too. Spain still up 1-0. There have been, so when McAllister joined Liverpool, he became the 7th Argentinian to play for Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Can you name the other 6?
Yes.
Can you name the other 6? This in the chat. Can you name the other 6? There's been 7 Argentinian players to play for Liverpool. Can you name the other 6?
If you start at the back, obviously you've got Insua.
Yeah.
You've got Pellegrino. You've got Maurizio Pellegrino.
2. Yep.
Then you have Mascherano in midfield.
3.
Then you have McAllister, Maxi Rodriguez.
Right. Yep.
Maxi Rodriguez. How many does that leave?
One more.
It leaves that's 4. That's 4 that you named.
So we need 2 more, is it?
3 more.
Oh, 3 more.
Ooh. Argentina. We haven't had no Argentine strikers, have we?
No.
Nope.
Midfielders. It's the midfielders.
It'd be nice
then's
if,
got
yeah,
to be.
I would have. I know some people don't like Latoro, but it'd be nice if he'd be nice
Awesome.
addition. He'd be an awesome addition, but that's a whole other thing.
Oh, penalty missed.
Wow, really?
Modric missed penalty.
Missed or saved?
Saved. Donnarumma saved Modric penalty.
Fucking yes, boy. Thank you very much, Donnarumma. Thank you very much, John Luigi Donnarumma. That's going to be worth a nice few points now to anyone who has him in their fantasy league.
I haven't got him.
That is big. That is big.
Yeah.
Oh, what a save, Donnarumma. Goal.
He's massive.
Goal, Modric.
He scored already.
Yeah, he put the rebound in. Modric had a header.
He scores a rebound.
Modric. Okay. Yeah, Modric had a header. Brilliantly saved, and then he just scored a rebound.
Wow.
Modric.
That quickly.
1-0.
That quickly.
Italy could be getting
as they say that we don't need your
right.
your
So hang on, we got to get this back on
your
track.
charity penalty kicks.
Oh, Sebastian Leto.
That's a good one.
That just leaves one more.
So let's go through them one more time real quick. You said go ahead, and we'll go off.
Oh, Insua, Pellegrino, Mascherano,
right.
McAllister, Maxi Rodriguez, Sebastian Leto.
Yep. And last, there was one more. I think the chat got it too. KJ got the last one.
What does the letter begin with?
That's not. No, I can't give you that. That's like giving you it. I'll give you this hint. He's from Argentina.
No, yeah, it's an obvious one. I think it's obvious.
Carlos Tevez. I don't know. I don't know this one.
The chat did get it, by the way. And Norm got one.
Who did he play for? Who else did he play for, 12? Who else did he play for?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Oh, this is really bloody obvious. I'm trying so hard. I have to read.
He also played for. I think he played for. I think I know why you're probably not getting it, but he was born in Argentina.
That helps.
Well, that's because you know why? I don't think he played for Argentina. I think he played for
he obviously never played for Argentina.
Was it Lucas Leiva?
No. Hold on, because he played in Italy too. How about that? I'll give you that. I know. KJ and Norm are trying to help you guys out.
No.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not.
Portuguese forward had the same name as him. He played for a bunch of teams, primarily in. He played for Boca Juniors. He's played for a bunch of teams in Italy, like AC Milan. Played for Atalanta.
Oh,
played for Parma.
Is it Da Senna?
No. Nope.
This isn't going to get
in Argentina. No, he didn't just holiday in Argentina. He was born in Argentina. He was born in Argentina.
Oh, wait. Stop.
He actually started his.
Gabriel Paletta. It's Gabriel Paletta.
There you go.
I knew it. I knew it.
There you go.
I knew it. It's Gabriel Paletta. Yeah, he never played. He played for Italy. He became an Italian international.
He played for Italy, right? But he
because earlier
but
on
he was an Argentinian.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he played for Banfield as well. I think I was thinking Quates, and as soon as I was thinking Quates, I was like, no, Quates, you were going, and then I
was as well.
I forgot about Paletta because I instantly then went to Leto, and once I remembered Leto, I should have remembered Paletta again because they had the same haircut. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, well, look, we got there in the end.
Yeah, you got there in the end. You definitely did.
I've got a good question for you. You'll probably get it right, but it's a good Premier League question.
Go ahead.
Who in Premier League history, since the Premier League's been called the Premier League, who is the only Italian to win the Premier League?
Player. The only Italian? That's Balotelli.
Yeah. It's Balotelli.
That's my guy. Even though he's
spoiler alert, he didn't win it with Liverpool.
No.
He didn't win with Liverpool. Yeah.
Why always me?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Why never you when it came to scoring for Liverpool? Yeah, do you remember Brendan Rodgers comes out in a press conference basically saying there's more chance of hell freezing over than there is of us signing Mario Balotelli, and about 5 days later we signed him.
Yep, we signed him.
I got another one. Who Mario Balotelli's Liverpool debut was against who?
League debut, yeah.
Debut, yeah.
Wow, Marion, that's crazy.
Do you know it, 12?
No, I don't, Darryl. I don't.
I would guess City. I would guess City, but
no, it was against Tottenham.
Tottenham. Okay.
Did he score? No.
Spurs,
he didn't score.
Yeah.
Basically, to what Marion is saying there, Luka Modric sort of in that age where you learn how to play football, as actually learn at start the age 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He learned to play football in the car park of a hotel that they were living in as refugees from a war. That's where he learned to play football. Modric did not. Modric grew up basically living in a refugee hotel, playing football in a car park with a load of lads. That's where he, honed his skills. His story is crazy, man.
Yeah,
where he came from, and it is that's a story of to get and to be
to be at the level he achieved. Yeah.
When you see these guys celebrating scoring goals for Croatia, there's a lot behind this stuff. There's an awful lot behind these guys.
He didn't go to some high priced,
fancy
academy or some didn't have some trainer come to his home, and give personal sessions. For his increasing his football skills. Yeah. Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Any more quizzes?
No more quizzes. I don't have anything else lined up actually.
No, and I'm not gonna. I'm going to keep. Because I went kind of through a lot of stuff for the last one. And I've called, so I'm going to keep any good stuff I have because I know you probably want a second quiz, right?
Yeah,
Darrell?
Yeah,
yeah.
I want revenge.
Keep that
I
Yeah,
want
in the
revenge
vault.
on. I want revenge on Lee.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm not if any kind of ones, random ones that I think up of, I'll probably hold back to try because I have to. I've used up a lot of stuff over the last year because that's not the only one. I did like 3 or 4 other quizzes, so I kind of have used kind of all. I'm out of I'm out of questions basically. I'm
Got
gonna have to start
questions?
thinking. I got well. I'm not out of questions. Of course, I'm not out of questions, but I'm just out of four. Yeah, four. I need to start coming up with
Freebies.
new
You're out
ones.
of freebies. Out of the freebies. You're out of
Cool.
the
Yeah, great way of saying it. Yeah, I am out of freebies. Yeah, do anything I need, I have at the moment. It's going in the book.
Mhm.
It's going in the book.
Do you
Well,
have
But yeah,
any transfer
we'll get one for you,
rumors?
Darren. Oof. I
Any
saw.
transfers?
No, it's tough during the Euros, isn't it? It's hard. It's hard scrabble for news during the Euros.
Oh yeah,
I'd like
certainly.
to
There's
say
you
that.
know what? It's the news is weird right now with the Euros going on and Copa going on, and it's like I think at times some of these agents kind of just sprinkle a little bit of like um you know teaser news out there just to kind of like keep their client's name in the news, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. There's really not going to be much getting accomplished, I think, during this next week. I'll tell you the one type of news I am interested to hear, and I haven't heard of anything yet. I'm certainly going to research the heck out of it after today because we should be able to get some type of announcement. But this is 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago,
The
the
City
Manchester
case.
City
Yeah.
trial, or not trial, but arbitration began. Um, and they said they were going to give us 2 weeks. They're going to have a conclusion in 2 weeks, and that is marked by today. So I'd like to know what was the result of this, lawsuit or this challenge to the Premier League or the challenge of the tyranny of the majority, or AKA democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've heard they're going to be cleared of all charges.
No, not that one, Darren. Not that one. The one where they were suing the Premier League for
For
the
Oh yeah,
advert,
for the
the
allegations.
ABC,
sponsorship, the
yeah,
sponsorship thing.
trying to get
The
sponsorships to
rule
be
change. Yeah,
to have any you can
Yeah.
have any
yeah. So
no
it's a
restraints on
separate thing.
sponsorships, and no restraints on who you can get as your sponsors as well.
Yeah,
Oh no.
The
that one was
115, the only
brutal.
news, the news I did hear about the 115, I don't think it's as likely as you might think, Daryl, because apparently the the guy who was the hacker for the actual, that resulted in all these accusations and all these different little things, he's had death threats. He's had which is horrible to hear. He's had like actual situations where people have been trying to release his information out there, whether it's actually credible or not, whether the hack, the information he got from the hacks is actually going to be relied on. A lot of people are saying, oh well, because he's a hacker, he should be.
That's my favorite argument, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my favorite City argument of
Yeah.
all time,
Yeah.
where someone will be saying, "Well, look, we know this, and this," and a City fan will come in and go, "Stolen emails,
Yeah, exactly.
stolen
Right.
emails,
Right.
stolen emails, bitch. They were stolen. You want to talk about ethics?
Yeah.
Stolen emails. You're a Liverpool fan. You want to talk about ethics? Your scouts hacked their database. Why aren't you banned?
Yeah, that's
Why aren't you
that's the
banned?"
throwback they go to. Yep, I heard
It's
that
like,
one.
wow, okay. It's like, yeah, you like kind of, you committed murder, but someone trespassed on your lawn. Yeah, same thing, right? Okay.
Right.
But it's like these guys are like, no, stolen emails. It's like, dude, The fucking gun was in your house with the
Yeah.
blood all over it. It's like, yeah, but they didn't have a search warrant. No search warrant, dude. No search warrant. Irrelevant. Inadmissible. It's
Right.
like, technically,
Yeah.
okay,
Technicalities.
but you're not
Oh
winning.
yeah.
You are
Yeah.
not
Oh.
winning there, dude. That is not a win for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they
In their mind, it
won't even
is.
deny anything. They won't deny it. Oh yeah, whatever. In the emails, it just literally shows that you did everything wrong. Stolen emails, irrelevant. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Like that's the level these guys are at. For
Yep.
they're
Oh, good guys. You know them. You you did a video the week. The Man City fans saying that Liverpool should have had their titles taken away from them.
Yeah.
I went on their show and on their chat, and I just said, "You can't get away with what get away with this is 115 charges cheats."
Right.
I had an instant message back saying, "You have been blocked from this channel."
Wow.
Straight away.
grown-ups, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. God, these Man City fans, oh my God.
They
Childish.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
touchy. They
That
are
is
so tender, and they're so tender.
yeah.
You
Plastic
touch
fake.
them, oh, you say the tiniest little thing, and it's just like they throw massive big bombs back at you. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's almost
Yeah.
as if they've done something wrong, and they know it.
Yeah.
They got more tripe going out of their mouths than any fans I've ever heard in my life.
Everyone's out to get them. Everyone is out to get them so much that they've won 6 out of the last 7 league titles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this poor tyranny of the majority that's crushing Man City. I mean, they've literally just taken, like, they won pretty much 90% of what they could have won since Guardiola come in, but they're been crushed by this red majority. The red cartel is a new thing. It's the red cartel that's trying to push them down. It's and then you get some people like, and I'm not going to talk about people that I know that are good friends of the channel, but in this way, but just some of the fans of smaller clubs that see what's happening to them, and they want to look at it as going, that's stopping us from achieving as well. They're looking at what people are trying to do to Man City and say, oh, but why can't you spend what you want? Why can't, like, our club wants to spend money? Why are you trying to stop Man City? It's like, no, that's not why people are trying to stop Man City, but trying to sanction Man City.
Yeah.
But so you can get the kind of the up and coming fans who are like, well, we want to do what they did. Why can't we do that? And it's not about that. Like, yeah, go and spend it if you want.
And then all they say.
Yeah, I know. I talk about Ant, and then he comes in.
Yeah.
And then all they say is that our title shouldn't have counted because it was COVID season. It don't count. Doesn't count our title.
I don't care.
That excuse, real quick, Brian. That excuse is so sad because we'd already wrapped up the league before any of those kinds of like circumstances with the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Started.
We had that. Yeah, that was done.
We'd already wrapped up the league.
Yeah.
So like, it didn't matter. The league was done. We already won.
But I will, and this is what rival fans showed us. That sucked. Winning that that still kind of, to me, doesn't really feel like we won the league.
No, I get you on that. I agree with that. I agree. It definitely takes away some of the joy from it.
It was horrible. Yeah, that no parade, no like empty stadium. I mean, yeah, we won it, but it's not an asterisk for me. But there's no memories for me. I don't remember watching the game where Anfield was full and we won it, and it was just
what's funny about this, Brian?
Crappy. Yeah.
What's funny about it is that a lot of the times too, and Daryl, you probably attest to this as well. I'll hear Arsenal fans use that line against us.
Fuck Arsenal. Oh, sorry.
And what's sad about that is that that's the year they won the FA Cup. So it's kind of like, okay, so the only title the only relevant title that you had, okay, since Wenger, this is the Wenger era, and this whole like Arteta, this the Legion of Arteta is that FA Cup game, the FA Cup win, and that was the same season as the pandemic. So it's kind of interesting because the FA Cup game wasn't until the pandemic era or portion of the year. So they actually won the FA Cup during the pandemic. We'd already won the Prem before those kind of sanctions had already started to kick in. So
yeah, and isn't it really ironic? Isn't it really ironic that all the Man City players want to just jump up and leave now? Edison, De Bruyne, Kyle Walker, they all want to leave now.
You know what? You saw how the rats got off the Titanic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they all want to jump ship now.
Exactly. When you see the rats running for higher ground, you better follow because they're running for a reason.
Yeah.
But the band played on.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did.
I'll tell you what, guys. This centre Italy is really good, man. This Calafiori is decent.
Californication.
Yeah, he's decent. Really good defender.
I'm just calling him Californication from now on.
Yeah,
worst band of all time, but I'm calling him Californication from now on.
Yeah, he's good. Good player. Very good player.
I
like looking at him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Red Hot. I got love for Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it's all good.
No, the Chili Peps. No.
But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
We can talk.
Diaz is going to leave, boys. That's a guarantee.
Daryl, what are you? I had this thing the other day. Right? I was like, do you know who I see him playing for? Is he, just correct me if I'm wrong, is he not one of the most Atletico Madrid players of all time? I could see you talk about hard work, graft, skill, South Americanness, Diego Simeone. Yeah. He's like, people talk about him to Barcelona.
75 million.
No, they're not getting him. But people are talking about I don't really see him as a Barca player. I don't think he's going to either club.
I think he's going to Barca.
I'm saying he could play for, but I see him as more like, if you just, who do I see him playing for? He would thrive under Simeone. But no, they don't. Well, you never know with them. But I don't see him as kind of a that kind of La Masia type player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I see him, like, I could see him really thriving under a Simeone, and doing well there. Like,
he would do well.
No.
By the way, Diaz did score in his Copa America debut as well.
Who did they play?
Do you know how much? Do you know how much the Saudis are paying for Rafinha?
Is he going there?
Yeah, 100 million euros.
Have Barca sold Rafinha to the Saudis?
Yeah, they're selling him for 100 million euros, and that's why they're going to get Diaz.
Bloody hell.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, Rafinha, man, I don't think you want to go and do that.
Please, Liverpool sign Williams.
Colombia played Bolivia. They won 3-0, and they Diaz had a goal and an assist.
That's that started now, right? That's like their groups, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's a proper game.
Yeah, Darwin scored last night as well.
Who are your guys? Who are there? Like, who's in their groups? Like, who's
Panama.
Enlighten me. Like, who's the group of death? Who's got a good group?
Who's the group of death? To tell you the truth, like, as in the group that the United States is in is a tough group, to be honest with you. It is a very tough group. But
Nobody's getting their excuses in here early or anything, are they?
no.
Okay.
So,
and by the way, while you're looking,
Colombia starts today, I should say. Colombia's first game, but that was I don't know if it was a friendly. I thought it was like it was a lead up to the game. So he had a goal and an assist the day before the game before this. They're playing. I want to say they're playing Paraguay. Let me double check for you because they have Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, and Paraguay are in Colombia's group. That I know.
I'll tell you something really funny. Darwin Núñez had 11 chances last night, and he put away the hardest one. Unbelievable.
Oh man, I knew that was going to be I knew that was going to be the thing that gets put out there.
It's pretty.
Yeah. If you guys do, I wasn't planning on it. I think that they might be doing one on Beijing Reds. I'll have to double check with them. But like Diaz plays today against Paraguay. It's in an hour and a half from right now. So that game is coming up for them. That's going to be their Copa kickoff. Big game. Let me bring up the whole list though. We get the whole list up. Actually,
is that an hour and a half your time or our time?
No, in an hour and a half.
In an hour and a half. In an hour and a half. Yeah.
So 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just while you're looking up that, Ant.
Yeah.
I know Ant is in the chat. I'd be interested to know what he thinks of Steve Cooper as new Leicester manager, leading them into the Premier League. Mm-hmm. I know you were probably pretty. Look, everybody loved what Maresca was doing there. He had a fantastic time, but he probably just did a little bit too well. He catches the eye and off he goes. Loyalty is a rare thing in football these days. So he's gone. I know they were in for one or two others. I know there was talk about other people. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly who they were. But Cooper seemed to come out of left field. To be honest, when I read the headline, I was like, oh, okay. I forgot he got sacked by Forest. I had to double check who was Forest manager.
Yeah, I was going to say Steve Cooper had unlimited funds at Forest, and now he can't spend a penny at Leicester because they got a transfer ban.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Anthony's happy. Could have done a lot. Only thing is, if it's a slow start, you see, this is the problem, and I didn't want to because this would be Ant's thing to talk about. He's just left Nottingham Forest, and for anybody who doesn't know, Leicester and Nottingham Forest don't really get on very well. Let's just put it that way. You wouldn't be inviting them both to the same party. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, it'd be different tables at the opposite end of the wedding. You know, that's the kind of shit that's going on there. So, like Anthony's saying, if he's an ex-Forest manager, so if it doesn't start well, that's the kind of thing that does, I'd imagine, become a bit of an issue. So, but he's another Liverpool cast-off, Ant. You'll know what I mean. That's just a little joke. But he used to coach the under-23s in Liverpool. He did well. He won the World Cup with the unders for England. Did brilliant. With, he's excellent youth coach manager and all that, and gets his chance. Kept Forest up. I don't think it's a bad appointment at all. But like Ant is saying, sometimes it doesn't matter how good a coach you are. Sometimes it's just about who you are and whether the fans like you or take to you. And all of that. So sometimes it really doesn't matter. It's got if your face doesn't fit or the fan, look, if the fans don't take to you, you're kind of dead in the water, really. No matter who you are, where you are. So it's fair play to him. Asking for
who do you boys think are getting relegated? Who's your three do you think go down this year?
Unfortunately, it's probably going to be just the teams that get
Well, other than maybe Leicester will stay up. Maybe Leicester will stay up.
Oh, I think Ipswich will stay.
Remind me, Ipswich, Leicester, and
Southampton.
Southampton. Yes, thank you. Christ, you see, Southampton should stay up. They should never. Southampton should never.
They should never go down. Yeah.
Neither should Leicester. Neither
Yeah.
should Leicester. Leicester went down. Leicester when Leicester were relegated. They were relegated with the highest wage bill ever to be relegated. It was the highest squad value ever to be relegated. And that's not a dig at Leicester. I'm just saying that's the quality of player they had. They should never. So when they're two teams that when they come back up, if they do it right, should stay up. Southampton should be in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know, if they get it wrong, like if Anta's saying there, like maybe they're being run terribly at the moment. You know, but Ipswich should be going straight back down, like Luton, like these kind of teams. Come up, have a good have a year, take your money, and go straight back down. But let's just say, for example, a Southampton and a I know. Look, see this, we share Brendan PTSD. We all do. That's why you're part of the family here. When you speak to we all share Brendan PTSD. But if you were to say Southampton and Leicester stayed up, which two teams are going to go down? Forest,
Brentford will go.
Forest could go
I was
down.
going to say Brentford, maybe Brentford, or maybe even Bournemouth.
Brentford,
I think Brentford are in trouble. I think Brentford are in trouble. Bremo and Tony, they'll leave. Bremo and Tony will leave this year. I think they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I get Crystal Palace had a great rebound as well. It's going to sound wild take, but if they're going to get rid of their two best, if they're going to let their two best players, you'll notice that their wins came when both of those players were in their lineups. But if they go and sell those two players, you already know that one player is going to Bayern already, apparently, and the other one is now being mentioned as a player that's getting high interest as well, trying to incentivize them to sell.
Mark Gahey as well. He could be leaving.
Yep.
Joachim Anderson, great player.
Yeah, that's a lot to bounce. You've now got money. Now, what do you do with that money? And if you don't do anything big, or you don't have someone that can step up and fill that role that they're leaving, that's gonna be tough sledding. And it'll be a shame if Crystal Palace were to see Crystal Palace get relegated.
I don't think they will. I think they will have an incredibly tough job to keep these boys. But I think they brought in a top manager there by the looks of it. So I kind of back them. To have I mean, they might have. But look, you sell, if you lose Elise and Eze, any team would be.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
I think they'll be fine. They'll have other guys. They'll find some other guys or whatever. But I'd just be looking at a team like what I'd be looking at is an unstable club, a team that you can't look at and go, oh, I don't like. You look and go, I don't know what's going to happen there. And Forest is a very unstable football club. Everton is as well. At the moment, they could either get it right or they could get it wrong. But I'd back Leicester to stay up. But I'd be with Ant. He said it. He hopes it's different, but it reminds him of Rafa to Everton, and I think he's spot on. I think he's spot on with the Rafa to Everton thing. He just wasn't wanted or liked there, no matter how well he did, and he did fine. He's Rafa. He's a good coach. But he would have had to win Everton the Champions League and the World Cup, and you still would have had Everton fans going, get rid of him. He's Liverpool. Like, he's Rafa. Rafa is Liverpool. So I think he's kind of like, obviously not at that level, like, different, if you don't mind me saying it, at a different level. Cooper and Leicester to Rafa and Everton. But no, I look. I'd say he's gone by Christmas, mate. I think Cooper is gone. He's just one of those gone by Christmas. I think he'll stay up. I think he'll be fine. I think they'll re-establish themselves as a proper Premier League club and just stay up again and just be always in the Premier League. But yeah, Cooper has gone by Christmas written all over it.
Yeah. You asked me who was the group of death. I still think that I'll tell you the groups. I still think that our group is like the hardest group out of all 4 groups. But Copa America has Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada in Group A. Peru and Chile aren't Chile is not that bad, but Peru is not that great a team. Canada is what it is. Venezuela, Mexico, Ecuador, and Jamaica make up Group B. Venezuela is a decent team, not really not an amazing team. Ecuador again is on that same level. They've got some really good players, but I mean, like, I wouldn't put it that way. Mexico's going through a tough time in their history right now, and Jamaica just has a bunch of has some prima donnas on their team that kind of messes the stability of their team up for the Reggae Boys.
Mikel Antonio.
Yeah. That's us. And he's not even the one that's really messing it up. He's not even the guy that's really messing it up.
Well, he did the other night. Apparently, he stood offside, and when he shouldn't have been offside, he had a headed goal. He could have scored it, and just couldn't been bothered to get back onside. But yeah, I mean, but 12 man. Look, we all know the Jamaican football team is huge, right? And we all know that it's only a matter of time before they host a World Cup in Jamaica. It needs to happen.
Why are you trying to start that, man? Stop.
Make it happen. They clearly have the infrastructure. It wouldn't cripple the economy in any way.
You're funny.
Get it done. When are we going to have the Bob Marley World Cup? When are we going to have the World Cup? That we all
It's
want.
funny. For stadiums in Jamaica.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they could have
Jamaica has a professional league technically, and they're the largest stadium that they have for their league in Jamaica is Montego Bay.
Oh, what a name, by the way.
Yeah,
that just conjures up images.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet. We all would love to be there.
Oh, you can't say the words Montego Bay without immediately wanting to go there.
Certainly.
Like, yeah. Rum Beach, Montego Bay. Yes. Where are you? Montego Bay. Oh, nice. Yeah.
But that stadium holds 9,000 people.
Yeah. That could one of my. They could do one of my home there. That'd be fine. They'd set up a few bleachers in the back. It'd be fine.
Yeah, right.
Hey, boys, one of my hometown, my hometown club, my hometown club is Oxford United because I'm from Oxford. One of the players plays for Jamaica. Greg Lee.
Oh,
he plays for Jamaica.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's in the squad.
I remember when Oxford were not a top team, but when they were up there, Aldridge played there, Barnes played there.
Yeah.
In the 80s, for a tiny little period of time, they were kind of okay. But yeah, then they within a couple of years, they're League Two now. Kind of.
Yeah, no, they're Championship now.
Oh, are they back in the Oxford back? Oh, well, I reckon, but they kind of went up and down. They were probably
beat Bolton in the League One playoffs this year. So I'll tell you what, though, between
Dean Saunders, you're saying he was
Mark Wright, Mark Wright,
Mark Wright,
Mark Wright as well.
I vote with him in our. This is connected because in our number. Our best ever to wear the number, I voted Mark Wright as our best to wear the number 4. So just a call back to that.
That's cool. No doubt.
The number 4.
Yeah, it won a great list for the 4s. You see, you'd think.
No, yeah, Virgil won. Virgil won for the 4.
Oh
Sammy,
no, not
Sammy
4.
Hippier.
I picked Mark Wright. Whatever. Oh no, I picked Mark Wright for whatever number he wore. Then sorry,
Mhm.
whatever number he was wearing. I picked Mark
Number
Wright.
3. Number 3, wasn't he?
Yeah,
3.
whatever number he was in, I picked Mark.
Number 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got the number wrong, but it wasn't a great. Was it 5? I think it might have been 5 actually, because it was McAteer. It was McAteer and.
For which one? Which player?
Milan Barros. Milan Barros.
Which player?
Yeah, Barros and Mark Wright. Yeah, Barros wearing 5.
Yeah, that's number 5. Yeah. The list for that was I think that you might have picked them, but I think I want to say Agar won that.
Yeah, Agar won, I think, in the kind of overall.
But Ginny got shouts for it too. Ginny got shouts as well.
Yeah, Mark Wright was my pick though.
Agar was my pick. Agar was mine. Agar was my pick.
It sounds a bit right though, like a number like Milan Barros and his finishing. Number 5 is pretty much the number he should have been wearing. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, that was. Oh, that's great. Oh, well, Bernie there with my neighbor's brother was the manager.
There's a lot of connections to Oxford out here. Because Ants played on the pitch.
Len Ashurst and his brother, my neighbor, scouted Aldo.
That's pretty cool.
And his brother, my neighbor. Okay, right, yeah, his brother went a scout with Aldo. See, Bernie's got the connections,
Oh yeah. I was just gonna add, add Group D has Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, and Paraguay, as I mentioned earlier. Tough group. Costa Rica is not a pushover. Paraguay is probably the weakest out of that group. And then but Group C, which is what the Americans are in, has Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia. Now, Bolivia is probably the worst out of the 4, but Panama is no pushover. Panama played Uruguay. I know that the result from last night, you wouldn't have thought, you would have probably said, Uruguay just absolutely demolished them. The first half, absolutely, Uruguay was totally in control of that game in the first half. I get the comments too about I saw the misses, not necessarily misses, because their goalkeeper was playing he was playing next level when it came to saves.
Is that just a meme comment though? Did he actually have 11 chances? I want to. I know I heard that. That sounds like
I don't know if he had
11
chances.
Sounds a bit memey.
Let me see.
He had a lot of chances, and he missed quite a lot of sitters.
He didn't miss that. He didn't miss and saved are 2 different things. I think that's how I view it. If a goalkeeper makes a save, sometimes you just got to give it up that the goalkeeper made an incredible save. If he missed the net or missed the goal, then that's a different story. He did have one bad miss. I do remember that.
Darwin's got your hair now. 12.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I knew I was gonna. I said it to Lalante. I was like, because we were talking about the game, and I was like, what's going to be one of the biggest stories is going to be Darwin's hair. Darwin's hair.
Jesus Christ. We've got Darwin with his hair. We've got a bald Mo Salah. Jesus.
He didn't have 11 chances, by the way. He had 3 shots on target, 1 shot off target, and 1 shot blocked.
5. I was a bit wrong.
5 chances. The one shot that was off target was a miss that he probably I don't want to say should have put away, but he could have put away. He went far corner. He went to the far corner and missed it.
What a goal! What a goal that is!
Let me see.
Yeah, Italy scored in the 98th minute of added time.
I was going to say I would not have put Italy out of this game.
They're through now. Croatia are out.
Yeah. But yeah, he had 2 big chances that he missed. I get that, but like you said though, Daryl, the one shot that he did make was probably the goal. Could have been the goal of the game. Could have been the goal of the game. The first goal scored in the match was possibly the goal of the tournament. Had been the goal of the tournament at the time, but then when he had a weak foot volley that he absolutely just destroyed. It was just like, that's the one thing that I like about, or at least one of the things I do like about Darwin. Say what you will about the misses and such. I like the fact that he still has the mindset to go out there and keep firing, keep at it.
Yeah.
Some people will get, it'll get in their head that they can't score, and all of a sudden you'll have an opportunity to take the shot, and rather than take the shot, you'll make a pass, or you'll make a bad pass at that, an unnecessary pass. And I like the fact that he has the mindset to say, you know what, you're gonna keep feeding me. I'm gonna keep trying.
Exactly. But all I would say, and this isn't a dig, and please, this is not me being negative in it, but all I would say is, like, let's be careful not to lower the bar to meet what we have, if you know what I'm saying. Like, let's not be afraid to keep the bar high for what we need to win and be successful.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not.
Yeah, I get you.
You get what I'm saying. So of course,
yeah,
hard work, determination, all those things, it's all there. But this guy needs to become that guy. Just go out and do it.
I think
banging
he can.
those goals.
Yeah,
we're all here for it. We are all here for it when it happens.
You know what? He has a stat. His one of the again, I know people will say what they will about international play or whatever want to say on those lines, but he also has, I believe it's 6 goals in 5 games. He actually has he
loves playing for Uruguay. He loves
playing. He plays at a different level, and it's maybe his comfortability. I think though, I truly believe, and I think it will resonate the same way that the Liverpool fans that follow the team, that go to the games and everything else, and they stream out his name, Nunez, and they support him. I think that is very reminiscent of what he gets from Uruguay as well. The fans absolutely love him. I mean, him and Suarez are like next level when it comes to it. They show. I don't even think Suarez got into the game actually. And they showed him on the Jumbotron or on the big screen, and the crowd went crazy for Suarez, and he didn't even get in. It was just a view of they showed him on the sideline warming up, and everyone got all excited. It's one of those things where I'm hoping that the continued support for him, resonates, and I really do think he'll put it together for us. I'm hoping he will. I certainly hope he will. I'm sure all of us, a good number of us are hoping that too, I'm sure. But
what Total Football is saying is that the match going fans will keep backing him however bad he played, not however bad he played, but I'd add to that probably because of the way he plays.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, there's look, players are human, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't kill anyone for their body language or whatever, but just when some players are having a bad game or whatever, the fans will look at him and go, he looks like he doesn't care. He looks like I know he meant it as a good thing. Yeah. Fans will look at him, but they'll still take to him because of the way he is, the way he's working, the way he laughs after, not the way he laughs after he misses a chance, but the way he kind of walks away from it. But he just has that likability. He has a kind of a childlike kind of charm to him, where fans take to him because he's trying so hard all the time. You can never look at the guy and go, oh, he has all the ability in the world, but he won't run around, or he won't do this, or he won't do that. I mean, it's kind of the opposite. It's just like, everyone just loves the effort. Nobody, like all the talk about, are you a Darwin hater? I've never met anybody or talked to anybody that hates him. Like people genuinely love him. They
Yeah.
genuinely love the guy, but some
You haven't
people just
obviously
don't think
watched
he's
This Is
good enough.
Football, but anyway.
No, but I mean, no, but yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, to actually, like,
he hates on Nunez. All right.
well,
I
yeah,
honestly believe that Darwin's going to score 30 goals this season. I really believe that.
Oh, all comps?
All comps, 30 goals.
yeah.
I really believe that.
I take 18 off him in the league. You know, I take just up it, just up it. Like we were talking about Coutinho earlier on. He just started and he just got better. So yeah, start on 5, then do 10, then do 15, then do 20. But like, what did he do last season? 11, something like that.
In the league. Yeah.
Okay, do 18.
A year before that, he got 9.
Yeah, exactly. You've had 2 years now. You've had 2 years. Let's not forget. You have 2 full years to acclimatize.
Yeah,
that's a long time. You so there's no excuses on that front now. So
no,
you're here.
No.
You're
yeah,
cool. You're set.
Yeah.
So go up again. Go up to 18. I'm not asking for 30. I'm not asking for 35. I'm not asking for 4. I just go up from 11.
Right.
You know, go. Give me your Benfica numbers. 28 in that final season at Benfica in the league.
Oh well, he got Benfica numbers.
But I mean, recalibrate that to the Premier League. 20. Yeah, but be a big striker. Come on, be a big man. Come on, be the big number 9. Go and lead the line. Be the guy. You know, there's no.
I think he will. I think he will and can be. I think it's sometimes difficult when. I just think it's difficult sometimes. I'm not saying he hasn't his opportunities. He has his chances, but like, big up Dara, by the way. Big up. And hello to everyone that's joining us. Total Football. And who else? I already said. Hopefully I said hello to Bernie. I said hello to Bernie. I
hope. Yeah, anybody we didn't.
That's devastating. That is, guys. That's devastating. Croatia, Italy basically scored. The referee blew the whistle for full time. That is so bad. They didn't even get a kick. The referee just blew the whistle straight away for full time. It's the last kick of the game.
Wow.
That's Modric's career done now.
Finished.
You never see him at a big tournament again.
Yeah. Well, in international, it began international.
Yeah, a big, unbelievable footballer.
Yeah, unbelievable footballer. Yep. Which I would still, if he wanted to come to Liverpool, I would take him. Yep. I would still allow for him to play for Liverpool. To be honest with you.
I said that last season when he was on a free last year, and there was talk about him going to Saudi or maybe signing up again on terms at Real Madrid. I was like, take him.
Yeah,
take him right now. Don't get just take him right now. 1 year, 12 year, just take him. Do it now. See if it's doable. Make it happen before Real Madrid even know what's happening. Yeah. Get him in for a year. What a player.
The emphasis, depending on what kind of formation and what we do. I just know that Slot's emphasis on he's done some really great things with his strikers, and he's definitely made it like they are the emphasis. They are the tip of the spear when it comes to a lot of his offensive goals and the likes. So I'm very interested to see what he can do with Nunez and what that means for Salah, what it means for what it even means for Diaz or Cody, what it means for Diego. I'm really interested to see what it's going to amount to for Darwin, because Darwin's going to get his opportunities next year, and I think that everyone and anyone will say this about the young man, and that is that he is a problem. He can be a problem when it comes to, trying to take, play defense against him and contain him. It can be an issue and problem because the guy's got incredible pace. He's got, some incredible stamina and the likes. I think it's going to really have an opportunity to do something next year.
I agree. But I want to see I want to see Cody Gakpo on the left next year, though. I want to see Cody playing left wing.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you know what, the Orange are certainly showing Liverpool where Cody can really cook. You know, he's doing his thing for Holland, playing very well for them right now on the left side. You know,
well, he played up front in that first game when they played.
Mm-hmm.
He played up front. Like what you were saying about that is something I've been kind of half seriously or whatever, but people have been saying such and such can come in and get the best out of Darwin Núñez. You know, this coach, this system will get the best out of Darwin Núñez. And so my slightly kind of, playful response to that is, so you're saying that Jurgen Klopp doesn't know how to get the best out of Darwin Núñez.
I don't.
Jurgen
Yeah.
Klopp. No,
Yeah.
but that's what I'd be saying.
Yeah.
No, again, like I would say, kind of playfully. So you're saying Jurgen Klopp?
Yeah,
is amazing
I know. I've heard you say that
manager.
before. Yeah.
Doesn't know how to get the best out of Darwin Núñez. Interesting comment.
Yeah.
But
I think he knows how to get
Arne
I think he
Slot-
definitely knows how to get
Exactly. I think he does. Exactly.
I think
The
he
guy
does.
has proven to be pretty good at the whole football
I'm just
management thing.
going with the formations, like as
No,
yeah.
and I'll get onto that. And I am only half, messing around with that. But I think
Yeah.
it is. I don't like when people say, he'll get the best out of him. It's like, well, hang on. The guy that you've just said is one of our greatest ever. You're saying he can't get the best out of the guy that he bought for 65. Okay. He doesn't know how to get the best out of him. Interesting is all I'm saying. But I agree with you in terms of Slot having a different approach when it comes to strikers. And I think there was a power struggle, not a power struggle, a difference of ideas or a difficulty melding ideas between Linders and Klopp in the later period where they're trying to get the best out of people. And I think if we have a coach that's maybe a little bit more focused in terms of what Darwin does, I think, maybe we might see a different Darwin. And that, I think, is probably, to be fair to the people who are saying that, is more what they mean. Is that a different coach with a different system, like you were talking about, like you were saying Arne Slot gets the best out of his strikers. I wouldn't be at all surprised if maybe we did see something like that. But to go with also kind of what Dara was saying, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that guy is Cody Gakpo and not Darwin Núñez.
Oh, as the tip of the spear?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, again, we're assuming it's going to be Darwin.
I mean, look, if we look,
I'm
still hopeful that we can. I'm still hopeful that we
I'm not saying Darwin
pull
is
something off and get Musiala in this team, and it becomes something of a lineup where you have Núñez, you have Musiala, you could have Diaz on the left, you could have Salah on the right, or you could have Cody on the left, you can have Diego up front,
Nicky Williams. Nicky Williams could be coming yet, boys.
Yeah, maybe. I
mean,
I don't know. I'm not fully on board with Williams just yet, but I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. Though he's a talented player.
Yeah.
I would rather have Musiala than
if you're talking about either, you got to get. Look, if Musiala is available, and when I mean available, I mean he wants to leave Bayern. He's made a decision that he's done this and done that, and he wants to come back to England. And because don't forget, this guy is not German; he's English.
Pedro Neto is also out there too.
This guy.
If Neto didn't have the injuries, I would be all on board. But I would put him above. I'd put him above Williams. Put it that way.
Maybe not.
All I'm saying, there's no way on this planet Liverpool going to spend 120 million on Musiala.
No,
No,
but I'm just saying that if a player like him was available, you have to.
Oh yeah,
But
no doubt about
Also,
it.
Bayern Munich's
you
got to
can't.
recognize the fact that if a player wants out,
They
is
will.
Bayern
Don't
Munich
worry.
going to be so stubborn to not take 100 million, even though it's not 120 million? Are they going to be so stubborn to say, "Oh well, we're going to keep this player that's not going to sign a contract, and we're just not going to"? And it's not like it's a player that's like, like a Salah or something along those lines. It's a player that is saying he doesn't want to sign and be here. He wants to go. He wants to play. He's made a concerted effort to say he wants to play in the Premier League. So if that's the case, then you're going to take the best offer you can get. And unfortunately, City is still involved in this tango that we're a part of too. So there's no guarantee. I'm not putting in a guarantee that we're the like shoe on favorites to bring Musiala in. But
we're fifth favorites, I'd say, if he was on the market.
Oh wow, you have what do you have, Arsenal ahead of us or Chelsea? Fifth. I mean, that's a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Who would be the four? Who would be the four teams ahead? And Daryl, real quick, do you have it? Do you have that too?
What's that? 12?
Being like, as in like, out of the potential targets that he could come to in the Prem, are we fifth on your list too, as being the on?
Oh, in the Prem? No. I mean,
okay, I got
Real.
you.
I mean,
Real
Madrid, Man City, PSG.
Got you. Teams I can afford.
Yeah,
good
there's
boy.
no way. There's no way Real Madrid.
It's on the
Real
money.
Madrid has spent too much money there, and they would be able to fit him in.
Exactly.
They would
but this
fit
is
him.
the thing.
They
It's
can't.
about timing, Darrell, isn't it? It's about timing.
They can't.
It's like one season you have no chance of getting a player, but the next season that player that might want to, but that other club buys, like we're doing Mbappe and then Endrick. It's like, okay, well, he can't go there. All of a sudden, he might be available. It's about timing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but I just think the numbers involved in a Musiala deal, and I don't want to get into this, because I will happily get into it, but this isn't me being negative, and I think I'm just being realistic here. We do not have the Jurgen Klopp card to pull when it comes to signing players now. There's not a slight on Arne Slot, but that's a thing that we don't have now, and I think that will affect us. However, we want to look at it in the transfer market. If you want to put enough wages down, it doesn't matter if you're being managed by Luis Suarez's granny, right? But when you're trying to get a player who has a similar offer, or maybe a extra 20 grand a week from someone else, but they're being managed by some guy who's been there for 5 minutes and probably going to get sacked in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Jurgen Klopp on the other end of the phone. Okay, I want to go.
Yeah.
We have lost that.
Of the manager. Yeah,
we have lost that, and it's not a slight on Arne Slot.
Well, that's also why the whole City thing is City being involved in these names. City's also involved in apparently, because let's not get it twisted. Look, I know Real Madrid are building this Galacticos super team and the likes, but there's only 11 places. There's only 11 spots on the pitch, And
no, I don't think he's going to Madrid. He's not going to Madrid.
Right. No, there's only so many people that go on so many there's only so many spots and so many minutes that you can give out. And there's been reports that, some of these names, despite the fact that Mbappe is going to the club, understand that Mbappe's not sitting the bench. You know what I mean? So like and these players in their minds are on the levels of a Mbappe, at least in talent wise. So I know Rodrigo is now being a more coveted target for City, as well as I know that we've been in the mention of trying to make an effort to get him in too. But Rodrigo is, and even Vinicius Jr. has been mentioned here and there as a rumor of a player that is unsettled by the fact that he's going to have to now possibly share minutes with, up front with these players. So
we can't afford these boys.
Huh?
We can't afford these boys, I don't think.
No.
It's
Vinny
a matter
is
of
a
where they want
roster.
to play. I get that. But I mean, Chelsea's not. I put in the chat real quick, and I'll let you guys comment. I put in the chat. I don't think Chelsea certainly has the money. Obviously, they certainly spend freely. There's the allure of being able to play in in London. So they have you have the back setting of being in one of the biggest cities in the country, and the whole nine. But let's not get it twisted. Champions League does make a difference to these players, and Chelsea if they're going to spend money, they're going to have to get Champions League next year. Like, they have to put all of their chips on getting Champions League next year, because if they did not get Champions League for a second year and have all these high priced talents, that's not going to be good.
It'll be a third year.
Third year. So you're right. You're absolutely right.
No, they won't get Champions League. I just think if, say, Klopp, said in August he was leaving the club, do you think they would have got Alex McAllister? Because I don't think they would have.
Say one more time.
If he'd been if he'd said before the season started that he was leaving this summer, yeah, I get what you're saying. Would the new boys have joined?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows, really? I mean,
look, you're not.
I don't want to go down.
Endrick is on that team too. Sorry, I was going to say Endrick's on that team too.
Yeah,
Endrick's a big name and a promising player. He's like a Musiala in a sense of he's a phenomenal wonder kid. That does have amazing up. Do you think he's sitting there going like, oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna be like shown garbage minutes at the end of the games or something if I'm lucky?
No, because they also that Turkish wonder kid as well. Where's he going to fit in? Arda Güler. He's meant to be the best thing.
Exactly.
So
I'd like to see us get one of those players.
Imagine being a Real Madrid fan.
Yeah.
Wondering how we're going to fit Rodrigo and Vinny and Mbappe and Güler and Bellingham and Endrick.
Valverde.
Poor us. Oh, the problems that we have. But quick throwdown on Musiala, just to if we're all talking about how good this kid is. Parents born in Ghana, West Africa, I think. Obviously, I don't want to be specific, but West African parents end up in Germany. The kid is basically a football prodigy from day one. Goes through he ends up at Bayern Munich youth academies. He's incredible. Everybody loves him. His mom gets a 6-month work placement in London, and because she gets a 6-month work placement in London, the family moves to London. Musiala is only about 9 or 10 at the time, and gets into a youth team and is absolutely phenomenal. His youth record is at every level. It's insane. Chelsea pick him up, and Chelsea are like, we want this kid, and she's like, I'm only here.
That's what Dara was talking about.
Yeah, but this is when he's a child. This is not 16 shit. This is when he's 10.
Yeah,
and his mom is over here, on a 6-month deal to work for a company, or she's studying for something, so she has to go back to Germany. And Chelsea are like, you're not going back to Germany. This kid is the next Messi. And she's like, sorry, we have to go back to Germany. A year later, guess what? They have jobs in London. The family comes back to London.
Yeah, shocker.
Right? Yeah, Musiala. Right?
This is Roman era. So yeah.
Yeah, Musiala. Well, they all do this, right? Musiala, right? The kid who is currently being valued at 150 million quid, lighting up the Euros. comes to England and represents England at every level from under 12 up to I think, under 19s, under 20s. Musiala represents England all the way through. Gareth Southgate has watched Musiala play plenty of times. This guy has represented England at underage level way more than he represented Germany, right? So a little bit of shenanigans happen or whatever, and he goes back to Germany. He's kicking it. He's lighting it up. England had many, many, many opportunities just to call him up and cap him. Ignored him over the last 6 years. When who was in charge? Southgate. As soon as his biggest fan, Yogi Love, comes in at Bayern and then at the other place in charge of different things, and Nagelsmann, bang, cap the kid, get him in the team. Bayern call him up. Bayern wants him. Everybody in Germany is like, this guy is the next Messi. Has he not been capped by England? No. Get him home. Get him back here. He's represented England at every level other than senior level. Pretty much. England could have had this kid for nothing. And they lost him to Germany because they just didn't see what was there. Chelsea couldn't help lose him. His family wanted to go back. All of this stuff, okay, they sold him for like 300 grand. But England, he's English. To him, he grew up in England. He bet 6 when he left Germany. He should be playing for England right now with Foden and Rice. No, he's playing for Germany. Like England, the FA, whatever you did there, they missed a serious trick. Like you're talking about like the best dribbler in the world probably the last 2 or 3 years. In terms of stats.
No, you're right. Well, we're seeing the only difficult thing about this Euros or even about Copa too is that we're seeing the next era of superstars.
Hopefully,
certainly in these tournaments. There's the next era of who has next, as they say, is certainly present in these tournaments. And
I'm so ready for the end of Messi and Ronaldo. I'm so ready
I am as well.
The end of that era. Bring on the next lot, please.
Yeah. Oh, look,
can you believe Chelsea? Chelsea had De Bruyne, Salah, Musiala, and now they've got Modric and Jackson. It's crazy.
Oh, it's perfect though. I love it.
They sold Kevin De Bruyne to Wolfsburg for 17 million. It's mad.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Which at the time was good. Which was good.
Everyone thought Wolfsburg were mad. No, look. In fairness,
that was good money. That was good money.
He had done nothing.
Yeah,
like no one could say, "Oh, they sold an obviously brilliant, amazing player who had done stuff." He hadn't, but they hadn't given him a chance.
Yeah,
Wolfsburg obviously. So, but look, then look at what he did. I think he put up close to 30 assists. He went into high 20s in assists the season before. He was
Southgate would have messed. Yeah, if you guys think this because Southgate would have messed up Musiala anyway. To be honest with you, Southgate would have had him playing right back or something, or like who knows, and left like something silly.
Oh no, trying to get Musiala and Foden into the same team would probably have broken Southgate's mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe not even seen Cole Palmer in this whole tournament yet.
Are you not happy with England? Are you an England guy? Darryl, do you follow the England team? Are you?
I have been following the England team, and I am absolutely disgusted of the treatment Trent's getting, because the whole team have been disgustingly shit.
Yeah.
And Trent's getting all the criticism. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely disgusting.
But that's typical. I mean, like, blame it on the Scouser, like that's basically what that's at least what I've seen happen in England quite a bit when it comes to the play.
Well, from other particular attributes as well factor in there too. Well, yeah, of course. But the one I would disagree in terms of overall. Overall, what I see is like 99% almost is just hate of Southgate, a complete hate of Southgate. But then when you're coming to the players, yeah, a lot of it is about what's the whole Trent thing all about. But 90%,
maybe Harry Kane sometimes gets a little bit of it too. I'll admit that.
When it comes to the players, yeah, but when it comes to the overall, it's like, yeah, English football fans, like from what I can see, like they really, really, really hate Gareth Southgate. Like really hate him. And I can understand.
I understand what they're going. Like I said, I would still trade. I would trade Southgate for Triple G, Greg Berhalter, in a quick heartbeat. But it's not exactly like that's not saying much. That's not saying much at all.
Yeah, but this is the worst thing about it. Half of the England fan base called for Trent to go into midfield. And now, because he's not having a very good tournament, it's totally different. When nearly the whole England fan base said Trent's got to be in midfield. And now we're changing their stories.
I think where they misfired on that assessment is that they said we'd rather have Walker play right back than have Trent at right back, not recognizing the fact that Trent is such a dynamic player that it's almost a travesty not to have him play. So you figure out one way or another to have him in the lineup. And that means somehow shoehorning him into the midfield in a position that, he hasn't played since his youth academy days, really. And he's
been dropped. He's been dropped for tomorrow now. He's dropped him. Yeah. Conor Gallagher's playing.
Yeah, I know. It's that's why, like, I was very. I didn't want to see us go through the experiment of trying to do this with him at Liverpool. It's bad enough that we're seeing this experiment being done on the English spectrum, because now
this is our big question though. No, 12 man. This is the big question though, isn't it? This is on Arne Slot's plate now.
Yeah. Now he's got to run. Now he's got to get him out of that. Yeah.
Is he going to have the backbone? And I would love it if he did, to come in and say, yo, Mr. I'm going to have a chat with you in a minute. Yeah, my office. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, you're fucking playing right back, dude. I don't know this. You're playing right back. Want to do it? Do you want to do it? No? You want to be a prima donna and say, I only play? Okay, cool. We'll sort something out for you. I mean, that's what I want that conversation to be. You're going to be an attacking right back, because that's what I think you can best benefit this team doing. But does Slot come in and do that?
No, I think Slot comes in. I think Slot comes in and says, Where do you want to play?
Yeah, jeez. No, please. I don't.
I think he does.
No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Because even Real Madrid, if he went to Real Madrid, he's got no choice. He's got to play at right back, because they haven't got a right back now, because Danny Carvajal's getting on. And if he went to Real Madrid, he's not going to be playing midfield. No chance.
But if he plays at right back that's the scary thing about it, is Real Madrid have a place for him to play. That's scary. Like, guys, it'd be one thing if he was trying to get into that midfield. You're not pushing out Camavinga. You're not pushing out Tuchemani. You're not pushing out like even if you go further off the pitch, you're not pushing out Bellingham, or you're not pushing out any of these other players that play in the midfield for them. You're just not.
Right. Yeah.
But having a spot at right back makes a difference. They have a spot for him. And like you just said, they got to replace. They got to find a replacement for what they have there now, or they would certainly look to upgrade him. Upgrade by using him at that spot.
Yeah, but they want a right back, Madrid, who can defend, and Trent can't defend.
Oh, let's not go there.
Well,
let's not go there.
He
Let's
can
not go
defend, but he's
He can
not the
defend.
world's
He's
greatest.
just not the world's greatest defender.
No.
Yeah,
He could do a job for Real, but
Yeah.
look, when they come up,
yeah. For a
I
team that's
just
going to have
don't
like
think it-
60, 70, 80% of the, not 80, but 60, 70% of the possession probably most of the times, a team that's going to have Mbappe and, and Endrick and all these like you're not really worried about.
Yeah, he'll certainly have more pressure. He'll have more pressure at Real Madrid than he will at Liverpool. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
There'll be a bigger spotlight on him.
No, he's not a local boy.
Yeah,
he's not a local boy at Real Madrid. He's not a local boy.
Yeah, doesn't speak Spanish. At least I don't think he speaks Spanish.
No. But I mean, you're not a local boy.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you could speak the language, you can.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
yourself to the fans that way too.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, but look, you can't change the fact he's not from Madrid. He's not a local player. He's like in Liverpool because he's like we always talk about. We love Scousers in the team. So he has that benefit. So that's the bit that when you go to Madrid, they don't care who you are. They don't give a shit. So it's they are not nice fans. Like they're not patient. I'm not saying they're right. Most of them are assholes. Like they voted Modric the worst player in the league the season he joined. I love how
people, and even if he does go into midfield, people.
It's
not like it's just because he's in midfield he doesn't have to defend. He'll still have to defend in midfield.
You have to defend more in midfield. This is what
That's that weird conversation when I hear that people say not like because it's a narrative that's often put out there, and it's like one of those things where it's like, oh well, he's not a good defender, so let's stick him in the midfield. I'm like, that doesn't really make it any better.
But look, when did football become how do we create a system that Trent can play? I don't care.
When you have a player that's at his when you have a player that has,
I don't care how good he is.
Some incredible talents.
But you don't create.
And you're just like figuring out a way to get him into your lineup.
Yeah, but when did Liverpool become? How do we create? No. I want to be above.
I think it's not necessarily Liverpool. I think it's the modern. It's just the modern game, somewhat. But
what I'm saying is, when did Liverpool become such a small club that we have to create an entire tactical system that is basically based around allowing one player to do what he would like to do? I don't really like any of this. I think it's created a massive headache that is all create so much noise and nonsense. Trent in midfield. Christ, he's just a footballer.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just a footballer. There's 11 to play. Like, as I said before, I said this about a year ago.
Why not put him in right wing? Why not make him be the replacement for freaking,
But 12 man, I said this about a year ago. I would just love if for some reason Trent just disappeared off on a retreat for a year, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying we sold him or anything mad. I'm just saying he just for 12 months. Okay, he's out. He's gone. He can't play. I would love to see what we would do just for an entire year with no Trent. And I'm going to shock a few people here. I think we'd be okay.
I agree.
I don't think he's completely integral to us being good. I'm pretty sure the Liverpool Football Club could go out and perform and be good without a Trent. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying I don't. I understand everything. Yeah, we'd be fine. Like, remember what happened when he wasn't in the team and Bradley came in? We were cool. We weren't amazing, but we wouldn't die as a club tomorrow.
No, we wouldn't die. But I mean, but I can say,
but I would just love to see. No, but I would just love to see what it would look like. that's
We
what
kind of
I
had
like.
we kind of had that
I know
experience
exactly,
this
but I'm
year.
one of those people who likes to see what something would look like. I would love to see what it would look like for a year if Trent was never born, right? A parallel
Goodness
universe for
gracious!
one, no,
Oh
for
my
one
God,
season, no, but just for one season. Parallel universe. There's
we
no
are
such
the
thing as Trent
DeLorean
Alexander.
apparently.
No, but there's no such thing as Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? Just for one season, what do we do? How do we look? What does Aaron Slot do?
Right.
And then bring, what would I'm sure it would be cool. I'm sure it would be fine. So I just don't like this whole idea of okay, let's change 9 players just so Trent can play here. Okay, if it becomes again another one of my things, a net negative or net positive. Come on, let's not try and reinvent the wheel and hold ourselves back just to create this thing for Trent. So, like for the new manager coming in, I've always said it. It's like you can forget all the transfer stuff and all that. His biggest problem is always going to be what to do with Trent because no one's going to be happy. If you put him at right back, Trent won't be happy. You put him in midfield, some people won't be happy. Put him in number 10. But like I'm with you, stick him on the right wing for 20 games. See how he gets on. I think it'd be fun. Like in the old days, Darryl, in the old days, right? If we played 4-4-2, Trent's on the right wing.
Yeah.
Trent's right winger. He's not playing right. Trent is a right winger. In an old school 4-4-2, Trent pinging in those like Trent would be Beckham. Those unbelievable crosses. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if you're playing, even if Liverpool say played like a 3-5-2 with 2 attacking wing backs, I think Conor Bradley would be that attacking wing back, because Conor Bradley can attack and Conor Bradley can defend. So in an ideal world, you're right. There is life without a Trent Alexander in the team because I just personally think you could have like Conor Bradley attacking, defending, and you can have Alexis McAllister as the playmaker. It works either way. It works.
I'm going to allow for that to be the last word. I'm not even gonna add anything to it because I definitely want to say some stuff, but we'll save that for when we do the greatest number 66s of all time, the greatest 66s of all time show. We can do that. We can do the list of 66. We can do something like that. But we're going to end here because I wanted to definitely make sure that you guys see what I had up on the board here. We're going to be doing, I have a Bobby show lined up. I'm going to ask for you to think of you can make a list. You can have more than one. It doesn't have to be your best. It could just be, but just some great Bobby moments. Yeah, we're just doing, it's summertime, so I'm trying to do like some good summer good time style shows here. Kind of reminisce a little bit about some of the players that made us smile. So I have a Bobby Blue Eyes show lined up for this week. And it should be a fun one to do because I have 9 moments. I'm certain that there might be others that you might rank higher, but I definitely have 9 moments for our number 9, Bobby Blue Eyes. So yeah, that's what's on deck. We also have some other shows too. I know that we're going to be doing a football manager. We're trying to put together a football manager show. We're trying to do also.
Are we? Is that thing?
Yeah. We're
Not
talk
me.
about that.
It's not me. I think it might be Darryl. Darryl, have you got some? But no, you're spot on. That's exactly what it sounds like.
What's that?
Cage is saying who has the pigeons in the background, but yeah, I don't know. Someone sound like they're.
Oh, I don't know. No,
it sounds like pigeon go. Barrr, yeah. Well.
Oh no! I don't have. There's no dog. There's no pigeons.
It's probably my belly rumbling.
Oh, maybe. Doing the Mike Tyson. The Mike Tyson.
Go feed the beast, Darryl. Go feed the beast, man.
Go feed the beast. Yeah. It's almost kickoff time too for that Colombia game. 2 really big games today. I know that the Euros are now complete. I know it's a late night start for you guys. It's 11 o'clock, and then the other game is even later than that because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, or something like that for you guys. I want to say.
Is it on telly?
It will be on.
I don't think it is in England.
I'll tell you. Yeah, let me hold on a second. I'll tell you what station to look for.
I bet it's on DAZN Sports or something.
Oh, it'll be on
So in England, the Colombia game is on Premier Sports 1.
Oh, I've got that. I've got that on my telly. Sweet.
Yeah, Premier Sports 1 or MOLA. I don't know if that one is either. But yeah, Premier Sports 1, high definition, and Premier Sports Player has it in the UK. And for the Brazil game, it will be on Premier Sports again. Premier Sports 1 has the games, I guess. So maybe Premier Sports 1 is the official carrier. I don't know if they're the official carrier or not. But
no, it sounds like they are. Yeah, they're they show up a lot on the. It's just they used to show them on BBC 4.
Okay.
Which I'm not even sure if that's still a channel anymore. But there's none of the kind of normal type channels. But
that's the TV channels I have listed as for them in the UK. That's for Brazil. So if you want to watch Colombia or you want to watch Brazil, those are the games. Those are the those are the channels. If you guys want to tune in, I'm definitely going to watch that. I've got some Colombian friends coming over, and then we're supposed to go to a Brazilian spot, but to watch a Brazilian restaurant to watch the Brazil game, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll see.
You know what they say, 12th man.
No, what do they say?
Friend, football friend.
Yeah, football friend. Yeah. It should be a good one. It's going to be a good one because both of those games are games that Colombia and Brazil are obviously the odds-on favorites to be the the victorious one but it's their first game in Copa. All the games are USA have a win, Uruguay has a win, and Uruguay technically is at the top of our group because the goal differential is the same. We won 2-0, but they won 3-1. So it's despite the fact that they have 2 goals on their goal differential, they scored more goals. That's like the second tiebreaker.
Yeah, goal scored. Yeah.
So they technically are there. We don't face Uruguay until our very last game. So, but yeah, we're gonna have that bunch of good stuff coming up. So I'm glad you guys tuned in today. I'm happy that Daryl was able to work out the link and we were able to get him on the channel today. So big up to Daryl.
That's great.
Definitely. You're gonna hopefully you can get some Bobby get some of your Bobby moments together. I'm sure you would love to be a part of that too. I'm sure that show.
There's too many moments. Too many Bobby moments for me.
Hey, just get the short list. Make a short list and put it. Get it. Yeah. It's a buffet of samples. But yeah, make a short list and we'll put them. See what we can do.
When you do the show for the Bobby, you're gonna have the intro song. Si, senor.
Yes. I will. I don't know if I get copyrighted for that or not, but I'll try. I'll do my best to include it. Daryl, do you want to say anything to the people before we let them go?
No, thanks for having me on, guys, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. Irishman, is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Yeah, not sure. Plenty. Stop giving out about England. Because it's getting really boring. If you're an England fan and you're online, stop giving out about England because it's all I'm seeing for the last 2 weeks. Is England people giving out about Gareth Southgate. So that's very boring. Nothing else really. Nothing else. Enjoy the Euros.
Yeah, but to say, bring a little Copa in your life. Bring a little samba in your life, bring a little bit of the, bring a little bit of the cumbia in your life. Okay.
Or get some throwback Thursday. I don't know if you don't like watching England, then watch old Liverpool games.
Yeah.
I'm tipping Colombia. I'm tipping Colombia to win the tournament.
Oh, the dark horse, definitely, but certainly, yeah. I mean, they've got a tough group. They got a tough group, and it sucks because we're gonna have to. Most likely, we're gonna play either. If we have to win our group to try to avoid facing against Brazil, most likely. So it's gonna be a tough group for Colombia too.
You need Clint Dempsey back. You need Clint Dempsey back in that squad.
Dempsey's he does he's doing the sportscasting for us now. Unfortunately, I gotta listen to Leslie Lawless talk. Oh my gosh. But I mean, like, it was so bad. I had to stick up for Leslie Lawless. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm sticking up for Leslie Lawless.
No.
Gosh.
Yeah, well, quickly before I don't know if there's many people in the chat, but we're thinking about doing a little side project. If any would be interested in watching it, let us know. But the whole
with the we're gonna work out. Yeah, we're gonna work it out. We'll make the announcement. We'll make an official announcement, but we're gonna work out we're gonna find.
Well, we might test the water first. Because people don't want to watch it. I might not do it. So
right.
If you're interested in watching, like, live streaming of old school Football Manager type stuff, I mean, obviously it's a niche audience, but if you are interested, or I don't know, if it sounds like a good idea, I don't know, let us know. We'll talk about it a few more times, but because I'm not going to actually do it if people don't want to watch it, like, being honest. So, like, I'll play it myself at home on my own. But if people want to watch it, I mean, I'll play the game myself at home. But if people are interested,
that's a whole different story.
I don't know. We'll work out some way of just live streaming it, and then I'll kind of, I don't know, talk about it as I'm doing it or whatever. But I mean,
we're gonna work something out. We're gonna figure something out. Thank you guys for joining me today, the panel. Thank you as always. Undefeated as always as well. The chat, big up to KJ, Philip, Marion, Bernie in the house, Dara, KJ, Mark, who else was in there? Norm, of course, Norm, Total
Bunkers.
Football, Ant showing up, some welcome guests, Kyle showing up. What's that?
Yeah, and of course, Bonkers.
Bonkers, for sure. Bonkers was in here early. Yeah, getting in, helping us get through the opening stages of our who wore number 10 well, or who are the best. Of course, shout out to one of our Reds Queens again,
Philip
Marion as well in the house as well today. Yes, and Cedric as well. I can't forget Cedric. I know Cedric was working, but big up to Cedric as well. A lot of great people, a lot of great Reds, and they all, as always, they do the right and righteous thing, which is show love.
Ant's nemesis in the chat. I think we seem to have attracted 2 Leicester fans. There's another chap whose name I've forgotten for the moment. I'm really sorry, but always has a good back and forth with with Ant about Leicester.
Oh, okay.
So they were in the chat. Duffy, is it? Sorry. Oh, I'm going to be embarrassed now. I got your name wrong. But anyway, they were having a back and forth about Cooper, a little Steve Cooper kind of thing. Like, they were saying, like, oh no, don't back him at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that
Forest guy. Yeah. So it's like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want them. And I said, look, you got to back it. So it's kind of like where we are with Arne Slot a little bit, where we have some of our fans going, look, he's the new manager. Look, we just got to look back to manager. Look, he is the manager, so you might not like it, but look, let's just back the guy, because if you don't back him, what chance has he got?
Wow. Yeah.
But then you've got some other people who are like, no, don't want him from the start. I'm never going to back him. So it's just interesting to be in that. We haven't been in that position for such a long time. We've always had nearly 10 years now of one of the best managers in the world. To a degree, everybody's on board, but this is the first time now in a long time where we've had what I would say close to a 60-40 split maybe on, whether the fans are actually happy with the guy that's in charge, and it's new territory for a lot of us. So apparently the interview went down well. I was surprised. I thought it was quite bland. It left me a bit cold. It didn't impress me at all, really. It's just a guy saying things.
It was a very tailored PR.
It was fine. It was grand. It was okay. It was fine. Right. Yeah, he didn't say anything stupid. He didn't say anything embarrassing, which is, we'd gotten used to that under Brendan. For me, it was kind of every time he opened his mouth, I was like, oh God, what's he going to say now? But
I think the whole occasion's a bit overwhelming for him. To be honest, going to a club like that, to Liverpool.
Yeah. I agree, Darryl. I agree. I think he, if even with all the best will in the world behind it, I mean, he's gone from. Yeah, I mean, this is huge. Basically, yeah, it's huge. He's getting the Liverpool job just on its own is huge.
Yeah.
But to do it following this boy, oh well, thanks. Yeah. Because you're never going to live up to you're never living up to that guy. No matter what you do, you're just not.
No.
You're not going to do it. So you're on that from a start. Then number two, Arna who? Okay,
I'll give him his due. He's clearly ballsy.
No, it's kind of he shows ambition. He shows ambition about the sheer fact that he said that it would have taken a team like Liverpool for him to leave Holland, and it also
that was a very Dutch comment.
Yeah.
Like those boys, even the least confident Dutch person you've ever met is hyper confident compared to most people. So for him to say,
and he said no to Spurs. He said no to Tottenham as well. So
yeah. So it shows that he could have gone to a club in England. And let's not get it twisted. Spurs are a relevant club, but they're no Liverpool.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Let's get it straight. They're no Liverpool. So.
Yeah, but you go to Spurs, you do well.
Yeah,
and big clubs come calling.
No, I mean, look, some of the world's greatest coaches have of modern history, modern day history have played or have coached Spurs.
No, I just love the fact that he
all great coaches.
No, I just love the fact that he said it would have taken a big club for him to, it's like, Arnie, stop now. You're at PSV, all right? Okay, yeah, you're not, you're not Mourinho after he just won the Champions League at Porto. You're not that guy. Okay, I get you're trying to project.
Well, let's hope that he is. Let's hope they prove you wrong. I hope they prove you wrong.
He hasn't just won the European Cup with PSV.
Right. Oh, I get it.
What I'm saying is like you're not Europe's most in-demand coach. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like, Arnie, we get but okay, the whole it would have taken a club. No, it wouldn't, Arnie. It would have just taken a club bigger than PSV. That's all it would have taken.
I got you.
This is like let's not go. It's the real world. It's PSV. You go from Holland, then you go to
Let's
Spain,
not jump to shark. Is that what he's saying?
No. You're if someone comes in, you're at PSV, right? You're going to go to if a bigger club and a bigger league comes in, you go to them. It's career progression. He will never in his life, Arne Slot will never, and I'll say this right now, he will never get a bigger job than Liverpool. This is the biggest job he's ever going to get.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Unless he's turns out to be the next Ancelotti or the next Bill Shankly, and he ends up going to Madrid. Liverpool.
I don't think. I don't know if he necessarily. I don't think his style really goes. I don't think he really has.
No, but I'm just saying. Let's just say he becomes the next amazing coach.
Yeah.
Unless that happens, he's not going to ever coach a big or manage a bigger. Well, yeah, coach now a bigger club than Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. This is it. Like we talk about Coutinho, or these players that leave, the grass always being greener. How many of them have gone on and bettered themselves after leaving Madrid or after leaving Liverpool?
No, you're right.
Usually,
You're right.
it's either sideways at best
Mm-hmm.
or a step down. So he's come here early, and yeah, I'm fascinated to see what happens really with Arne Slot. I really am fascinated to see, and I'm very tempted to be kind of stand back as far as I can because I don't think anything that goes wrong, it might not, like, he's under so much pressure, really, is all I'm saying. The
Yeah.
guy is under a lot of pressure. And
Yeah.
if we have a bad start to the season, I don't want to be one of those sacking clubs all of a sudden.
Look, there's
when we
people
go
out
through
there. I've
three managers.
I've seen people in chats say that they're not backing this coach already.
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't want 3 managers in 4 years. I don't want that. I don't want, that's shite. That's not us, I'm not saying hire a guy and if he's crap, just keep him. But I don't want to be one of those, Liverpool are on their 4th manager in 6 years.
No,
and
yeah.
I don't want that shit, man.
No.
Yeah, I just think that's why they put on that extra game against Seville so that he can blend in, the fans can see him and get behind him in the atmosphere, and then he won't be as nervous to have that game, that pre-season friendly just before the season starts. A packed Anfield, he can hear the fans, the songs, and let him blend in for the first.
Wait, are we home for the first game or are we away for first game? I thought we were.
We're away against Ipswich.
Yeah,
but we got a friendly. We got a friendly against Seville, extra friendly, just to get him blended in. I think, just to help him out. I think. So
yeah, I mean, you gotta give the guy a lot of props. But you also look. No one is saying be lapdogs but I mean, without 100% buy-in from the fans, which he will never get 100% of anything from anybody, but without a majority buy-in from the fans, everything becomes exponentially more difficult. So, yeah, this guy has literally just taken over, I don't know, probably the second most high-profile job going. Yeah, this summer the biggest. This summer he's taken over. Yeah, unless Ancelotti or Pep were to leave all of a sudden, he's literally taken over the biggest job available in world football this summer. Yeah. A guy who I had never heard of 18 months ago.
So
I forgot that Almiron is on Paraguay, by the way. I'm sorry. They're giving up the lineups right now. This game's about to start. But I forgot that Almiron is Paraguay. From Newcastle?
Yeah, Peggy Almiron.
Yeah. I forgot. He's like one of the big names on this team, apparently.
Well, they call him Miggy. I call him Peggy. I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know why I do.
I don't know why I call him Peggy Almiron, but yeah, they call him Miggy.
Crap! This game is down. This game's in Houston. Yeah, I'm gonna land this because they're about to kick off. This game is in Houston.
I was going to say one more thing, 12. I'll say one more thing. Paraguay once had the greatest goalkeeper in world football. Chevrolet.
Yeah.
By the way, this looks like if you were to look at this stadium right now, if you guys do tune into this game, it looks like they are playing in Colombia. The entire stadium is yellow. The entire, I can see maybe 5 people in white kits for Paraguay. It's like the entire stadium is yellow. Holy crap. Oh, man.
Come on, Colombia.
Yeah. Viva la Colombia. Yes. All right. But people, thank you again. Once again, we're going to be wrapping it up here, but we will have that again. I had that Bobby show lined up for you guys, so hopefully you get your moments for Bobby. And also, hey, if you do give a like, be cool. If not, it's also cool.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. All those
good things. Yes,
Yeah,
please do. Pass it on. Share this. The most important thing: share, comment. Those things are important too, to kind of grow and build the channel here. Definitely appreciate you all for joining today. And I would like to say, as always, at the end, make sure you take care of your mental health as well as your physical health. And I would say the most notable thing on today is, as always, up the Reds. Up the Reds, guys. We will see you there. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Peace.